Well, that's a nice new intro. Welcome in, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I'm assuming it's in honor of my trip to Manchester, England later today. I can't repeat the name of that song. It's called Effing in the Bushes, but it's what they walk on stage to. That's like their Here Comes Oasis. And, Paulie, it's a really nice touch. Welcome in, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I am Woodsy. And I'm almost 50 years old, my friends. That will be Saturday. Paulie Reindl, much, much younger than me, 35 years old. Almost 35, September. Paulie is our executive producer and just as brilliant as always, put this incredible thumbnail on the YouTube this morning that made me gasp. I went, oh my God, that's so cool. And it's me and Liam and Noel, and we're all dressed in black, and we're ready to go for the reunion show. And I mean, I look like I was part of the band at one point. I mean, it doesn't look
like
that.
Oasis used to be a trio.
Yeah. That's Woodsy. He used to play bass for us, and he's back also. It's so cool. Like, I'm taking that, I'm getting it in high res, and I'm putting it in my office. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So thank you, Paulie, for that. It's so badass. Those are the little details that I would never think of that Paulie comes through with every day, every single day, man. And to my left, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, Benjamin Higgins, joins us. Benny, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
I am so excited for you to go on this trip.
I'm geeked.
I don't know that I've ever been more excited for someone else to go on a trip than I am for you this coming weekend, because I do think that I think you're going to have an amazing time.
I get that too. You know what's funny? I was laying in bed this morning. I got up super early, and I was laying there, and obviously I'm excited to go. But I thought, man, I wish the boys were coming with you guys. I was like, we would tear it up. Now that we know we are an elite traveling threesome, now I just want to go on trips with you guys all the time because I had so much fun in Philly. And I was thinking about it next year. You know, Paulie's never been to Chicago and he's never been to Notre Dame. And that's I've already talked to my dad. We're planning that. We're waiting for the MLB schedule to come out to go Cubs game Friday, Notre Dame game Saturday, Megan, Hannah, the kids, the whole bit. Now, you're invited, but you're not invited to Notre Dame. You're a USC fan, so you'll have to sit in the car. You're more than welcome to come to Chicago. Yeah, you come to Chicago with us. You eat, drink, do whatever you want.
I'm not allowed inside the city limits of South
Bend.
I got to stay in North Bend.
You can stay in the car. You wait, and Ben's just sitting there like, well, maybe I can get the game on the radio here somewhere. And then, you know, we were talking about.
I gave up the Lakers earlier this year. Who knows? Maybe I'll give up USC as well.
You know, if having a murderer as your Heisman Trophy winner didn't do it, I don't know if there's anything that's going to push you over the edge. But here we are. And then we were talking about that kind of secret trip next year. Is that still happening?
Still a possibility.
And it's still a possibility that I grab a slot or two.
Yeah, we got open seats.
Okay, all right. So keep it open.
Okay.
But then I thought, well, that's a trip with Paulie. It's a trip with Benny. Where's our trip together? We have to do one of those as well. Why can't we just get paid to go on trips together? So, no, man, this microphone, I still didn't fix it, and it's very limp. It stays up for a minute.
Needs a little Cialis.
It does. Well, it stays up for a minute, and then it goes limp.
Like 50.
It's like a 50-year-old microphone. Speak for yourself.
They do have pills for that.
They do.
I don't know. Was Tony here yesterday, or was that seat unoccupied? It may have been unoccupied since the last time you broke it.
I did break it. That said, I did tell them, hey, could you fix this before tomorrow? And they said, okay, we will. Now, the thing is screwed back in there, but it's very loose, very, very loose. And I'm worried it's going to fall. And then it makes that sound every time it does. It's like D. Smith. I love D. Smith so much. That dude,
plays with his mind.
Listening to Darren on the radio, he would be like, yeah. And anyway, I can't believe what Preller did this offseason, this deadline. And I'm like, Darren,
he'd have it way back here, and then he'd wheel it on over here.
He'd pull it back and yank it. And it was so good. So I'm going to try to leave this, get this thing in the right spot. But certainly appreciate everyone in the chat. All the happy early birthday messages. Was just texting with my buddy Craig, who is going to be there when I get there. He just landed. So he landed. Landed in Manchester right now. Now, I checked the weather yesterday, mid-show, and I had to revamp everything. It is going to be dumping rain the whole time. So I'm looking on Twitter yesterday, and people were like, "Oh my God, Saturday is going to be it's going to be insane. The rains are going to be gnarly." And then somebody's like, "Remember last time it rained at Heaton Park? Remember the mud?" I was like,
Woodstock.
Oh God.
Woodstock.
Yeah, it's going to be Woodstock, dude. And so I went yesterday to Dick's after the show, and I said, I need to buy some. I bought some Gore-Tex like waterproof shoes, but they're so good. They're Hokas, which you have when you turn 50, you have to buy a pair of Hokas because you're old. Look at Ben's got some right now. My dad was wearing them his last visit. And Hannah goes, "You gonna wear those to the show?" I go, "No, I don't want to get them muddy." So I'm just gonna take I really think I'm gonna take some clothes that I don't care about leaving behind when I go, because I think it's gonna be pretty nasty, pretty muddy, but I'm there for it, man. That's why I came, or that's why I'm going. And rain or shine, the show will go on. And I just hope I don't die like in a mudslide or get trampled or something like that.
You know, there's nothing wrong with taking one disposable set of clothing.
100%. And just toss it.
Yeah.
You know, I brought a couple garbage bags to throw wet clothes and stuff like that in. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm there for the experience. As my wife told me before I left for Philly, just go with the flow. All right. Just go with the flow. And that's what I'm going to do. And I did a great job at it in Philadelphia. I really did.
I was like legitimately impressed.
Yeah. It's not who I am, Paulie. I fight that, and I can get very selfish at times. And I said, I'm going with the flow here on this one. So if it rains, man. And I'm there for that experience.
So you said your buddy Craig is going to be there.
Yeah.
But this is truly more of a solo excursion for you.
It is. It is.
You've traveled, obviously, for work on your own. But how many times have you really traveled by yourself? You get the entire, range of options, whatever you want to do, everything, nothing. You can make those decisions entirely on your own. It's a kind of a rare thing as an adult to get to make every decision on your own for a vacation for a few days.
Yeah, it is. I've done a couple of one-nighters. I've gone up to LA to see a show by myself. I've gone to plenty of concerts by myself. It's something I never thought I would do. But the older you get, you realize, like, if you don't want to go see Jason Isbell with me, I'm going. I want to see the show. I'll stand in the back, nurse a Budweiser, and watch the show and have a great time doing it. I'm pretty, I meet people. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, man, it's the traveling there. I told Hannah this morning, I go, I really wish you were coming on this adventure, with me. And she's like, I know. Now I'm like bummed. But I do think when I got there, we probably would have argued about, because I want to do all the musical stuff, and she'd be like, "Oh, I don't really want to," but she probably would have acquiesced, which is one of my favorite Oasis songs. She probably would have acquiesced to what I wanted to do. But yeah, man, it's a long flight to be there, solo, kind of sitting by yourself and watching iPad. But I'm ready for it. I got tons of books. I got movies and TV shows, and I'll be fine. It's Xanax. I'll be fine. I mean,
and again, you are flying first class.
I am. I watched a YouTube video last night on what does it look like?
The amenities
in British Airways first class.
Surprised it took you until the day before.
It is. It was nicer than my apartment in South Bend when I lived in South Bend. It is like 10 times nicer. Now, he did roll some food out, and he showed some food. They did have like a lobster claw, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to eat lobster on a plane. Do you agree with that sentiment? Fish on a plane, I'm not doing it. We all saw Airplane. We saw how that worked. Yeah.
My guess is that they've dialed it in at this point after many, many decades of first class service. So I wouldn't worry too much about what you're getting.
Would you eat it?
It's probably prepared by some sort of celebrity chef.
Yeah, but then it's like frozen and thawed out.
But I think you'll be fine.
Would you eat lobster on a plane?
I would.
You would not.
I mean, I wouldn't eat it in economy class, that's for sure. But on British Airways first class, yeah.
I just
the caviar, the lobster, whatever they're offering.
Gary said, raw dog it, you coward. I mean, there is less than 1% chance that I can raw dog that flight. Kurt said, I'm a simple man. I reaped every benefit possible when I flew first class British. I'm going to probably shut the little slider, and they probably won't hear from me other than like, can I get a bottle of water?
Right.
I'm going to just pass out, I think. I'm just going to lay there.
Advantage of
I don't need
indulgence. This is an indulgence. You need to take advantage of the opportunity to indulge.
I do understand what you're saying. I do.
Make the flight attendants run around. in
No,
circles for
see,
you.
this is. I don't want this. I don't. Their job is hard enough to where they're like, ma'am, I need, bring me another champagne. I don't know. It's just not. It's not my personality. It is your personality. It's not my personality to do that. But I think I'm just gonna get on there and try to get as cozy as I can and really just hope this flight goes quickly.
All right. You don't have to make any special requests. Don't make them go out of their way. Do me a favor. When they offer you something,
Take something. Take it.
Say yes.
I want the towel. I
Of
do
course.
want the hot towel. As many as you can give me. But the guy was talking about the bedding. And there he goes, it's elite. The duvet cover, the pillows. He goes, it's elite. I go, this is going to be great. I'm going to sleep my ass
have
off.
an
in
after dinner scotch. Have
a scotch.
a scotch.
Who do
Something
you think I
classy.
am? All right, I'll have some wine. Yeah,
Some wine.
somebody in that Ray said, bro, you paid double, which I did. Take everything. You're right, man. I'm kind of crawling
They
out
should
of my
let you
skin.
fly the plane if you
They
want.
should
for as much money as you spent.
This is the guy. That's him.
That's
Get
the
up here.
idiot. Oh, come on up.
Come on up here, mate. Grab it. I'm like, oh my god,
Hey,
look,
you
I'm
want
flying
your-
a 747, guys.
You want your picture in the cockpit?
I'm gonna get my my wings, my little British Airways wings. No, it's gonna be great. Rain or shine, doesn't matter to me. Don't care. I'm prepared for.
They don't call rainouts. This isn't like a baseball game.
No.
You couldn't possibly go, and they'll say, "Yep, we postponed. We're going to do a doubleheader concert next weekend instead."
Yeah, can you imagine? Get all the ooh, it's just a little wet for us. We're not going to play. I'm like, I mean, who would it happen to if it happened to anybody? It would happen to me. I hope it's going to be magical. It's really. I was talking to Hannah this morning. I go, do you remember? I was around I think it was around Christmas when I found out that we got a ticket, and how excited I felt. And then I'm like, July's never going to get here. It's never going to get here. 7 months later, here we are. And I go, all of the wait for it, like, will this actually happen? Or will they bail last minute? Will they hate each other? Because they've had a couple of rows, as they call it in England. And to watch them come out on stage, arms together, hugging after shows, really into it. You also was worried that they were going to come out and they wouldn't look at each other, just give us our money. Man, this is like two brothers that have reunited and are playing music together again. And it was the music that shaped me when I was really young. Thinking about it this morning, I know I've told this story on the air before. Do you remember the first thing I ever looked up on the internet? The internet. That's how old I am, number one. And number two, how long this band has been around and how much they mean to me.
So you're sitting in front of the keyboard.
It was 1995.
Probably the library at one of your colleges or something.
It was actually the library at Notre Dame.
Okay.
I went across. I had heard about this thing called the internet. And I was like, well, what is it? Now, you can look up anything you want. The first thing I ever looked up in a search engine was
You asked Jeeves.
I asked Jeeves, how do I play the song Talk Tonight on guitar? These chords popped up and I hit print and I took them home and I sat with my guitar and I learned how to play it. That's the first thing I ever looked up on the internet. And I'm going to see this band.
So you were able to print something off the internet in 1995, yet 30 years later, you still struggle with that simple task.
It's not that I struggle with it. I know how to print. Nobody lets me. They don't let me have access here. I don't get access at home. And these are true stories. You guys were in here when our engineers came in.
20, and now you're
20,
50.
50.
Yeah.
30 years, dude. These engineers came in one day. I go, hey, is there any way I can get print access here? I'd like to print some stuff out. They legitimately looked at me and they go, no, sorry. Why? What is this, the firm? I have to put my special code in every time I want to print something? They won't let me have access to a printer here. I'm not lying, right? I asked them. They said no. So I don't know what to do. So I got a thing. Ben sent me a beautiful gift this morning that I needed to print out. And I almost just gave up. I said, I can't do it. Paulie figured it out and sent it to himself and printed it for me. And I mean, Hannah won't let me have access to the printer at home. I have to run everything by her. I can't get it at work. So it's not me, it's them.
Maybe it's time to invest in your very own printer.
Just get my
no
own.
One can
So what am I
deny you access
would
to.
I
Just
stack
carry it
mine, carry it around,
Yeah.
or stack mine on top of hers at
Get a
home?
dot matrix printer that you
100%.
can carry around.
Does she think you're just
100%.
going to print waist
willy-nilly? I have no idea. She's crazy when it comes to stuff like that.
Remember when you had to feed and the holes on the side of the
Oh,
paper
yeah.
would have to hook
To
into the
match up?
the
Man, it is
little knobs on the end.
It is really, really something. Purple says ink is more expensive than gold. It's true. It is very expensive. And they don't want me in here printing willy-nilly, and they don't want me printing willy-nilly at home. But man, I had a really good time watching the All-Star game last night. Thought it was really good. Obviously, we're going to talk about that today. Again, more of exploring the space today. It's a little bit of a slow time for us, but last year we did Ben and Wood's summer break, and we're not doing it this year, mostly because I'm leaving town. And also, let's be honest with our audience, it was really hard. Summer break was way harder than it should have been.
Yeah.
And now you kind of get what parents go through during summer break, and you get what teachers go through and camp counselors during summer break. It's hard to keep you guys, our children, out there listening, hard to keep you guys entertained.
It's almost over as well. I mean, the All-Star game is done. Padres are heading out on the road for a road trip tomorrow, going to Washington, D.C. to start a big trip to begin the second half. So we've already kind of survived half of it.
Yeah.
You'll be gone, obviously, tomorrow, but my buddy Matt Janella, formerly from the Golf Channel, is going to come in, big Padres fan. He is, of course, one of the cast members. Well, his wife is one of the cast members of the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Insane.
And
that's insane content.
We'll get a lot of stories about living in the spotlight of reality television. He's a lifelong Padres fan.
Huge Padres
loves
fan.
the station, and he's going to sit in with us tomorrow while
Every
you're
time we
gone.
have him on, he is just so good. He's such a good storyteller.
Well, we always make fun and say, yeah, if Ben leaves, we'll get Darnay or Jake. If I leave, Janella he slides right into this spot. And I'll tell you guys, if you have any preconceived notions of, I don't want to hear Ben and Matt talk golf all day. First of all, if Matt tells you a story and it happens to be about golf, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, right? And number two, the guy can speak on anything. I mean, really, he's just a phenomenally dynamic. He was a storyteller for years. Like that's his whole thing.
Still what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, tells for different outlets now, and he has his own fire pit company, and they chronicle a lot of golf course construction, but puts on some golf tournaments, but all kinds of things. And he travels all over the world. He was the travel guy for Golf Channel for many years.
What a gig.
Which is like got to be the greatest job ever.
And one of the things I wanted to talk about with him tomorrow is there's so many people who envy what we get to do.
Sure.
And we are lucky that we get to do it.
Extremely.
But who does Ben envy? And I was always like,
Matt
Janella, whose job is to travel around the world to play like
golf.
the best golf courses that are out there and document them. Okay, someone does have a better job than I do.
I know, man.
But then I see the reality of it, and it's not easy. What he does is not easy. And the way he was able to put it together and do that for so many years, it was very impressive. I didn't meet him until he moved out to San Diego a few years ago, and I'm lucky that I've gotten to know him.
We are all so lucky that we've gotten to meet Matt Janella. He's a huge listener of this show and a huge supporter of what we do. So he is great, man. He is just great. I'm actually a little bit jealous that you guys get to spend the whole morning with Matty G. I don't watch Real Housewives, but I am so riveted as to what that must be like for the spouse. My just from my perspective, I think it would churn me. I think it would eat me up inside. I really do. And I've seen how people are mean to her online. And I'm not out there searching for Real Housewives content, but I've seen comments and I'm like, God bless,
I love the TV
man.
show. And, I don't watch it, but I've been looking it up, kind of the drama behind the scenes. This is her second season,
It's
Katie.
gnarly, dude.
And her castmates are not happy with her. There is talk that they want to get her kicked off the show. I mean, very, very like cat drama.
Kyle just said, I was in the room. My wife was watching the most recent episode. I was like, oh my God, they're so mean to her. As the husband, can you imagine me having a couple of those scotches and then getting online if somebody did that to Hannah or my kids or something like that? Be over. She'd be like, babe, stop. I can handle myself.
No, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna tell them what I think.
Yeah, we've met Katie. She's super nice.
She is phenomenal.
Nice.
She's phenomenal.
So, makes you wonder about some of the other ladies on the show,
and I get that it's TV, it's entertainment and stuff, but this feels like real. So again, you could hate the show. I still want to know. Like, I'm going to listen to you guys when I'm gone because I want to hear Maddie G on. So that's going to be tomorrow. Thank you to Maddie for coming in and filling in and taking my spot because, hey, I mean, Maddie could do it full time and nobody would miss a beat.
Yeah, I want to hear like what it's been like from his perspective because he's part of the show, I believe, like at small capacity, like. Her daughter's getting dragged.
Yeah, I mean,
he's gotten dragged.
You know,
Eric says it's all scripted on those shows. I don't think this does not feel scripted, man.
I don't think it really is.
I mean, some of it, yeah, sure. There's storylines and whatever. But man,
there's some setup for sure. But what happens?
Well, I think the show knows. Hey, let's take these 8 women and put them in a cabin in Aspen for the weekend, and let's just roll camera and just see what happens.
Yeah, man, it is really tough. So. Maddie's going to be in. I think it's rad. Great idea from you guys. But yeah, ready to get this thing cranked up today. And
we should have some birthday fun for you on the show today.
Like
we'll set the menu. Don't go anywhere. Let's get a quick check of traffic with Kelly and tell you what's coming up on the program today on a Wednesday with Ben and Woods on the 50th show on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This summer sizzling traffic report is driven by local and veteran-owned Manny Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Good morning. Starting off with a few problems here. South 125 solo vehicle accident with a 54. This vehicle hit the center divide. Also getting reports of a possible brush fire. West 52 near Mast Boulevard. Some smoke visible from the right shoulder. In the Bonsall area, got a crash on Olive Hill Road. Right at the 76, this vehicle went off the roadway and struck a tree. Good morning. Tow truck's on scene assisting with that. Got a buck? Get a truck at Manny Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Lease the all-electric 2025 Ford F-150 Lightning XLT for just $1 down and $327 a month during the hot summer sale this July. For more details on these offers, visit SedanoFord.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, coming up on the show today, we'll jump in with the All-Star game last night. And obviously, there were things that you like about it. There are things that you didn't like about it. That's always going to be the case. They're never going to come up with a perfect exhibition game that satisfies everyone. That being said, thought it was pretty good last night.
I did too.
Thought it was pretty good last night. Do you agree out there? We'll talk about how the Padres fared, some ups, some downs for your San Diego Padres, and the unexpectedly scintillating ending
incredible
to the game. If you didn't stick around, if you don't know what we're talking about, it was the talk of baseball last night, and we will get into that coming up next. Also, some big news yesterday. I was out at SDFC practice.
Wow.
Our friend D. Smith talked to head coach Mikey Varas, and as I was there, they dropped the news. Some bad news that Milan Iloski, who scored 10 goals in just 10 games with the team on his loan from their sister club in Denmark, is gone. They are sending him back. The loan has been terminated. They were unable to reach a long-term deal. Seemed like it was a foregone conclusion. They're going to figure this out. They're all a happy family. He's in his hometown. This guy has been so critical to the team. They're in first place. How can they let him go? Well, they let him go, and now they're going to try to move on. So we can talk a little bit of soccer coming up in our 7 o'clock hour. Got all of our regular features like Don't Do This, Take on Woods, and the Reindl Report, and in and around, sprinkled through the show. Got a couple of birthday gifts and surprises for Woodsy since we're going to celebrate today.
Thank you, boys.
Since he'll be celebrating with Oasis on Saturday's actual birthday in Manchester.
Yeah, me and Richard Ashcroft and Liam and Noel Gallagher just doing it up like it's 1995 all over again.
Yeah, your birthday's on Saturday. So whether you were here or in Manchester, we weren't going to have to celebrate it early.
Exactly.
Might as well make it for Wednesday.
Might as well make it today. I do like a celebration. I've been celebrated a lot.
Since
my wife celebrated me last night.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Since it is your birthday, I guess you get first crack. Would you like the tickets to Rick Springfield, or do you want me to give them to the tier ones?
You know what? I'm feeling, as I look at 50, I'm feeling pretty generous. I'm going to let the tier ones.
All right, let's give them away. We did it later in the
Class
show
act.
yesterday, so we're going to do it early today. If you missed it, we got 2 tickets to Rick Springfield. I Want My 80s tour at Front Wave Arena on August 3rd, and you can win them right now by being the 5th caller to Paulie at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Tickets are on sale now at access.com. That's AXS.com. Tickets.com for Rick Springfield up in Oceanside and the I Want My 80s tour at Front Wave Arena, 833-288-0973. We'll come back. The National League blows a big lead, but wins it on a home run derby swing off last night at the All-Star game. We'll talk about that next here on 97.3 The Fan.
One thing I will say before when you travel, you leave things behind, right? Of course I'm going to miss my wife and kids. Of course I'm going to miss you guys. But I'm going to miss my Eco Water. My Eco Water that I drink, 2 gallons of every single day. I don't think they offer it over in England, at least not to my knowledge yet. I can't take it with me. They don't let you take liquid on the plane. But listen, right when I come back, I know I'll have it here waiting for me. We got the Eco Water system in our home, their reverse osmosis system. You get bottled quality water straight from the tap. If you want an upgrade, their alkaline filters take hydration to the next level. Again, we've got it in our home. Skin feels better. Hair feels better. Coffee is next level. It's been a phenomenal investment for us in our home. So get a free in-home water test today. Try the Soft Life and alkaline water now, just $9.95 a month. Helps out a lot with your plumbing as well. Hard water is really damaging to everything, but it can really wreck your pipes. So check them out today, 760-350-3338, or visit ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. Eco Water, your water should be perfect.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Just all Oasis today for me, Paulie. What an
Yeah,
angel
buddy.
you are. This is unbelievable. I feel so loved. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool. You know I'm gonna cry today, just at some point. I'm just gonna tell you. You know,
Yeah.
You're already
Yeah.
kind of
You know it's
looking
coming.
like you're
Little misty.
on the way.
I'm filled
You don't
with-
even know what's coming up yet.
filled with gratitude. Thank you, boys. And where's the Kleenex? Throw it over here. Just throw it over here and let me have it.
This could be problematic. That was just Paulie playing some Oasis music coming
I
back from
know.
a break.
That feel very
that
low.
could happen
That was
at any.
the
That's
morning
gonna,
glory.
that
You've
could
heard
happen all
song
the
a million
time.
times.
All right, let's talk a little sports to get you back in a good headspace for a little bit.
Since when has sports ever gotten anyone in a good headspace?
Well, I want to get you out of your current headspace.
I'm in
is
a
what
great
trying to
headspace.
do.
I'm super excited.
Well, you know what? I during the break I said, you want to start talking about the game or the broadcast, because I thought they were two separate things and both worthy of discussion from last night. But let's get right to the game.
Let's talk about the players.
Let's get right to the game. Pitching dominated early, except for, of course, the bottom of the first inning when the National League scored a pair of runs off Tarek Skubal to take a 2-0 lead on Ketel Marte's 2-run double.
Maybe, Ben, Tarek Skubal wasn't as locked in as he could have been.
Well, that's a broadcast issue.
I understand. But maybe, just maybe, he wasn't as locked in as he could have been with some creep in his ear. Hey, Tarek. Yeah, you love to compete. Throw the fastball there. Is that a splitter or a slider? Bro, wake up. It's the All-Star game. Give me a little bit of pep in your step. Both of them, Smoltz and Davis, were like, there were 4 minutes of dead air. 4 in the first inning.
Yeah.
This is the two of the most electric pitchers on the planet. And you're like, I get it. I'm a hater.
It's tough. It was like
I would say it if he was the Cardinals announcer. I really would.
It's like they were timid to start the game with an in-game interview.
Probably because it's a horrible idea. Horrible.
I mean, if you're going to do it, an exhibition game is the time to do it.
I understand. But talk to the guys on the bench. Talk to the guys that aren't in the middle of, okay, what do we got? Oh, slider. Okay, great. The guy's trying to pitch. And yeah, he was, those guys, what in the world is happening over there?
Ben broke his
He
computer.
broke your computer?
No, you did by
Me?
pounding the table.
Oh, I
That
did?
caused some sort of cable to come unplugged.
Yeah,
Yes,
actually,
yes,
And
yes.
now I am no longer on camera. I don't know if I'll be able to fix it during this break.
I can do
so.
play-by-play. Ben is somehow meshing with his camera.
Ben, why don't you log out and try logging
Try to
back
log
in?
back in. Oh,
Oh,
my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Oh, my God.
All right, that one was on me. All right.
Holy
That's
cow.
fine. I'm gonna log out.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw. It's just, fine, whatever. Move on.
Meanwhile, Manny Machado made history in the first inning
Not the kind you want.
by becoming the first ever ABS strikeout victim in the All-Star game. Took an 0-2 pitch right at the knees.
right
It was
there.
called
It was
ball
real-
one.
Really good pitch.
And Tarek Skubler was at the catcher. Someone
it was Joe
challenged.
Davis.
Joe
Joe
Davis,
Davis
told
was
him to
challenge.
You won't be having that in your ear during actual games if it's implemented next year. But yeah, it was definitely in the zone. Manny was called out for the first time ever on an automatic ball strike challenge.
He didn't. Dave looked very excited about it. Dave Roberts almost took his pants off in the dugout. He was so excited that Manny got rung up on that pitch, which was weird because he was the manager for Manny's team last night. So, yeah, it was pretty excruciating from the get-go. I liked the pregame because I like Ludacris a lot. I thought he did a great job. I thought Luda was awesome. Atlanta, like literally, didn't his jersey say the mayor, or was that Jermaine Dupri?
I think it
Was that Jermaine Dupri? I thought they were great. And yeah, man, you have to play to your city and the famous people from it. And I thought they did a really good job with that. I thought Luda was awesome. And then, like you said, the game starts and Paul Skeens comes out, Ben. My God, like they don't even fill up Pittsburgh PNC Park when that guy pitches. How's that possible? I feel like if we were Pirates fans, we'd be like, it's Skeens night. We have to be at the ballpark tonight. Watching that guy pitch is magical. He is so nasty.
He was, I guess he threw a little bit harder last night than he's thrown all season long. He had been, He had only thrown a handful of pitches over 100 miles an hour this season.
Yeah.
He did it more last year as a rookie and only had done it a few times this year, but he was consistently getting it up to triple digits. And part of that is when you only have to throw one inning, you've got,
Let it eat.
he said, I'm always max effort, but maybe I was a little more max effort than I even usually am. And he was able to, obviously just blow away the American League top of the order when he came out last night. So, and then kind of game settled in for a few innings at 2-0. Jason Adam got in, relieving Clayton Kershaw, who, Dave gave him his moment. Worked out pretty well, I thought, for Clayton Kershaw.
Kyle Tucker made a phenomenal catch. Otherwise, Kershaw gives up a bullet double to the first hitter, Kyle Tucker, with a great catch out in left field.
Jason Adams striking out Ryan O'Hearn looking on a pitch on the corner. It was his only batter that he faced.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to hash it out when we get Ryan O'Hearn from the Orioles to San Diego. I think that needs to happen ASAP. Would be a great fit here, even though he's a lefty. I think we can make room for him.
He's having one of the obviously best seasons of some of the targets that we've heard mentioned for the Padres at the trade deadline. If you're trying to acquire someone who's hot and locked in, Ryan O'Hearn makes a lot of sense.
So does his wife. She's also hot and locked in. Did you see the pregame?
I did.
I didn't see his.
You didn't? I'll show you the break. Very attractive, very attractive couple. Very attractive couple. They seem really cool too. She was very happy for them to be there. Yeah, he's a really good player. But yeah, Jason Adam, I loved it, man. I thought Jason Adam coming in, he had this really cool glove. His kids had drawn pictures and he superimposed them on his glove. It looked awesome. It looked really cool. It is a even though in the back of your mind, this is an exhibition. It literally doesn't matter. you still want your guys to do well. So you hate Manny getting the ABS call at the knees, but at the end of the day, great. You didn't foul one off the inside of your foot, some nasty slider.
Which he does every other game.
He does every other game. Some nasty Scooble slider that you yak off your middle of your foot. Take it, walk back. Everybody's fine. Move on.
It's really hard to draw any conclusions. In fact, you should never draw any conclusions from a performance at an all-star game. If you're a hitter, you're facing pitchers who are coming in who may be either completely locked in with adrenaline or completely all over the map because of the adrenaline.
Or
you
because
don't know what you're getting.
Or like going out just saying, I'm going to have some fun with this and not, I'm not going to throw you some elbow breaking sliders here. Here's a heater, here's a changeup, whatever, and let's see what we can do. But yeah, I thought, you obviously want Manny to get a knock. It's always fun to see your guys get knocks. He did make a really nice play down at third, yeah, which is one that he makes. We've gotten so accustomed to seeing that. That was great.
Struck out again in the fourth inning against Joe Ryan.
Yep.
That's when Fernando Tatis Jr. entered the game for defensive purposes, and then he walked in the sixth inning off Bubic.
Yep.
And then came around to score after stealing second on Pete Alonso's 3-run home run. So that was the one offensive contribution by the Padres in the game.
Is there a reason Fernando Tatis Jr. played like 7 innings out in right field?
Well, they only had 3 backup outfielders.
They did.
So once you take the starters out, I think you had to leave.
Those guys got to sit
those
out there
guys
and
in the rest of the game.
All right.
6 innings is not rotting necessarily.
In the All-Star game, when it's like, hey, I want to get off my feet. Like, give me my ABs. Let me get my couple innings and call it a day. Dave Roberts out there grinding this guy down. Smart. It's smart on his part.
Corbin Carroll hit the first ever All-Star game home run by a Diamondback later that inning, and it looked like it was going to be an NL rout at 6-0. And then things changed a little bit as they got to the later innings, and all of a sudden, the American League made some noise. They scored a couple of runs, charged to Adrian Morejon, who only threw 7 pitches.
Yeah.
Gave up a single and a walk, and then they took him out.
Good. I'm glad.
And then the inherited runs both came around to score. And then, of course, the same thing kind of happened to Robert Suarez in the 9th inning, who gave 2 late swing doubles.
Yeah.
That's
Down the line.
when Robert Suarez gives up hits, that's how he gives them up. It was Byron Buxton and Bobby Witt Jr. who both hit the line drives down the right field line. One scored a run, but he technically got a hold because he left the game with the lead.
I love it.
It was Edwin Diaz, even though the run was charged to Suarez. It was Edwin Diaz who blew the save with 2 outs, 2 strikes, top of the 9th inning on an infield chopper by Stephen Kwan that made the score 6-6. So here we go. We are
completely mismanaged bullpen by Dave Roberts. Just an utter, blowing a 6-run lead in an all-star game it's embarrassing, and hopefully it's a harbinger of things to come. I personally would be mortified if my manager did that. I'd be sick to my stomach. But it happened again. As I said, hopefully that trend continues. For Dave Roberts. He's not going to have reliable relievers like Adrian Morejon and Robert Suarez. He's going to have to go to Tanner Scott, who leads baseball with 7 blown saves right now. So
hopefully we never see him manage an all-star game again.
Hopefully that's the last time we ever see Dave Roberts manage an all-star game. But yeah, just a horrible display.
So the 9th inning ends in a 6-6 tie. And I'll admit, I had forgotten that 4 years ago, they implemented the new rule. So they weren't worried about running out of pitchers anymore. They didn't want it to end in a tie. So according to the last collective bargaining agreement, the All-Star game would be decided by a home run swing-off. And we got to see it in action, and we will talk about the home run swing-off right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Got a solo vehicle accident up on 125 at the 54. It's in the center divide. Also want to remind you of some downed power lines in Vista. This is the 2100 block of East Vista Way. Crews are going to be working on that today till about noon, so just keep that in mind if you're going to be heading through that area. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So if you were confused by what was happening at the end of the game, you weren't alone. Most of the players and people at Truist Park were confused about what was happening at the end of the game when they rolled out the pitching screen and announced to the crowd that for the first time ever, the All-Star game tied at 6 would be decided by a swing-off home run derby with 3 players from both teams, each getting 3 swings.
Amazing.
9 total swings. Whoever hit the most home runs wins the game, gets an extra run, and wins the game 7-6. Now, you're wondering, okay, with all these All-Stars, why was it that the American League went with Brent Rooker, Randy Arozarena, and Jonathan Aranda, and the National League went with Kyle Stowers, Kyle Schwarber, and Pete Alonso? Schwarber and Alonso made a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Two of them alone.
Where's
would've been
Aaron
fine.
Judge? Where's Cal Rowley? Where's
Shohei Ohtani?
Where's Shohei Ohtani? Where are the big stars? They had already left.
They're gone.
Yeah, a lot. This is kind of a not so secret of the All-Star game. If you're a starter and you know you're only going to play 3 or 4 innings, you have already booked your travel. You hit the locker room, you're gone by the 6th or 7th inning, and you're on your way to enjoy your All-Star break that you didn't get, that all your other teammates started on Sunday afternoon. You are now starting it on Tuesday night, an abbreviated version. You got 48 hours with your family.
Yeah.
And then it's back to the second half of the season. So you maximize that by leaving the All-Star game as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no knock against Stowers. Everyone in the chat talking about the pop. He has no knock against him, and any of those guys. I mean, they all have the capability to knock it out of the park. But as we just mentioned, I mean, when you have an all-star roster that has massive stars on it, again, like Shohei and some of the other names, Aaron Judge. But those dudes, like Ben said, they're gone. They are out. They're Aaron Judge was on a plane.
He was probably airborne already.
And I wonder too, like if it's your first All-Star game, do you leave? I don't think I do. Even if I'm a starter, I think I hang out for a while.
I mean,
just to kind of drink it in.
Obviously, like Jason Adam pitched in the second inning. He was still
was
around
there
for it. Now,
yeah.
He didn't get asked to participate in the home run derby, which was
Correct.
probably a
good
smart
call.
decision. But according to John Heyman, the rosters for the home run swing off were submitted on Monday.
Is that
by Dave
right?
Roberts and Aaron Boone.
Why did everyone look so surprised?
They knew
then?
who was going to be there and who was not going to be there, and they set their lineups. And in fact, Stowers wasn't going to be in it. It was going to be Eugenio Suarez, but he got hit by that pitch. So Stowers was the injury replacement for Eugenio Suarez as the third member of the National League crew.
I'll tell you what, man, when that ball went up and in and got him on the hand, I went, that's the nightmare. That is the full-on nightmare, not only for the Arizona Diamondbacks, well, for the teams that are going to look at trading for Eugenio Suarez too. Joe Davis is pretty convinced he's going to be a New York Yankees starting third baseman here in a couple of weeks. Said as much on the broadcast last night as well. But yeah, you're sitting there going, oh my God, that's the nightmare.
Now, whether you liked the idea of doing a home run swing off or not, I think you have to be impressed when Brent Rooker stepped up and began hitting 2 home runs and 3 balls.
He's awesome, dude.
He's
awesome.
That's very impressive. At the end of a long game, and then you're out there and you get 3 swings and you get 2 of them out. That was really impressive. Then Kyle Stowers came up for the National League, got one, kept his team in it. Randy Arozarena gets 1 for the AL. So it's 3-1, and they're going to the bottom of the second inning. 3 swings for Kyle Schwarber. And
so you get 9 total swings, and it's how many
total you get? So they're down 2.
What a format.
They're down 2. You know you need Schwarber to probably get 2 or you're in trouble.
Yep.
At least 1. And, of course, Kyle Schwarber goes up and puts on what has to go down as one of the great all-star feats of all time.
No question.
Swinging 3 times and hitting 3 monstrous home runs that ended up winning the game for the National League when Jonathan Aranda did not hit any home runs in the third turn for the American League. It was a truly electric moment at that game for Kyle Schwarber, and he was the right person in the right moment to achieve it.
I would eat donut holes off the urine-soaked floor of the DMV to get Kyle Schwarber on this team next year. He is going to be a free agent. Now, I have no idea what he's going to command, but what's he at right now, home run wise? 28, 30 somewhere? I mean,
around 30.
He's on pace for 50 some odd home runs. This offense needs thump. They really need thump. He is a thumper, and he's such a good dude. Such a great. I've heard nothing but the best things about him as far as what kind of teammate he is. He's awesome, dude. I don't know what he's going to command, but I think if you're Philadelphia and you're a Phillies fan, the thought of losing that guy from your squad makes you sick to your stomach. I mean, it absolutely makes you sick to your stomach. I love that dude. I love that dude. And I'm so stoked to watch him. So glad he was still there to go in and just dominate that.
There was some pushback when he was awarded the MVP of the All-Star game because during the game he went 0 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah.
Didn't really have an impact on the National League, and what they did. But this was part of the game. It may not go down as part of the statistics for the game, but this was undoubtedly a part of the game. It was the part that decided the game, and he did something fairly otherworldly. So
there is nothing like watching a scorebomb. All right?
it's our cab driver.
It's our cab driver. Philly Mike. You know what, Philly Mike? You were absolutely right.
There is nothing like watching a scorebomb.
How about 3 of them? 3 of them to win, to bail Dave Roberts out from blowing a 6-run lead in an All-Star game with all that talent. Pretty embarrassing. Yeah, I'd be embarrassed.
The debates have already started.
My manager.
No, my manager.
You know what I'm talking about.
The debates.
Should Major League Baseball go to this in extra innings in regular season games? You know, home run swing off rather than
Paulie said it like 4 years ago.
Rather than
I thought it was
a ghost runner at
ridiculous.
second
I was
base.
laughed at. I was made fun of.
Mocked. Scarlet letter for Paulie for that.
And then honestly, it kind of started as a joke, maybe just playing devil's advocate or whatever we were talking about. I remember. And then as we started talking it out, I go, no, actually, I'm in favor of this. And I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if you play 3 innings of regular extra innings baseball
and then
end it after 3 with the swing off if it's still tied. Because my whole point was I don't like the ghost runner in extra innings.
Yeah.
We're already making it little league rules, so don't miss me with the integrity. You can't change the game.
It's such a great point.
We're adding a ghost runner on second,
hey,
we're at recess.
You
okay.
are and my initial reaction again was no. But then Paulie hits me with we're already doing ghost runners on second base. You can't.
Which they don't do in the playoffs.
Right.
So you can not do a home run derby in the playoffs.
Correct.
I think it is weird, because isn't hockey, they only do shootouts in the playoffs.
They don't do shootouts in the playoffs.
They don't.
They play all the way through.
They play all the way
do
through.
Shootouts in the regular season.
I don't really care, but I don't particularly like different sets, how the game is played differently in the regular season versus the postseason.
Yeah.
But if it's that big of a deal, then bang it for the playoffs.
Yeah, bang it for but I have no problem doing playoffs. Hey man, we're not going to let you throw Shohei up there in a home run derby. Win the game and if it takes 16 innings, it takes 16 innings. I also am not in favor of. It's weird too because I told you guys when they did this, it's when the Padres were on the come, right? They're going to be a playoff team. I said, man, anything that can save a bullpen, extra bullets is a good thing inherently. I think I could be convinced to get rid of it now. It is.
I'm going to give you a couple of, I think, solid arguments as to why this could not and should not work ever in the regular season. We'll get to that. We'll get to more of the broadcast, SDFC's big news, and more. Second hour of Ben and Woods, celebrating Woodsy's 50th here on 97.3 The Fan. Like much of America, I was fully entertained by the home run swing off
Me too.
last night.
Loved it.
But I've got two, I think, pretty solid points as to why it could never and should never work in regular season games in Major League Baseball.
Why don't you let us be the judge?
You can judge.
Of your solid.
Because I've got two really good arguments against why you're an idiot.
So we were talking.
Harsh,
We were talking during the break about how electric it was, and Paulie mentioned penalty kicks and hockey shootouts and how dramatic they are.
They're awesome
to decide games. Great for fans in attendance, and I certainly see the appeal of a definitive moment to end a game. It was great last night. What I don't like, though, is when soccer goes to penalty kicks, you go, well, that's not real soccer, but it's still head-to-head competition. It's the penalty kicker against the goalkeeper. Right. It's one team against the other team.
My best against your
in a
best.
Hockey shootout, same thing. Guys skating in against the other team's goalie who is trying to stop you. In a home run derby, there's no competition between the two teams. It's your own batting practice pitcher trying to lay it into your own guy who's trying to hit a home run. There's no confrontation between the two teams.
You have to hit more than the other team. That's a literal competition.
But it's no longer a baseball game. It is a batting practice. It is a guy laying it in at 73 miles an hour instead of facing 98 or some nasty guy.
And that brings me to my second point. However you construct the rules. Last night, I believe the rules were the players had to be in at the end of the game to participate in the home run derby. Well, now, if you're a manager and this could decide a regular season game, you have to manage with that in mind. Do you want managers making decisions in the eighth inning? Well, I can't take out my slow running slugger for a pinch runner because what if the game ends up being tied and I've taken him out of the game?
Gavin Sheets.
Even though it would have been a real smart decision to pinch run for a guy at first because we're down one and we want to tie the game, but now I can't take him out.
Managers have strategy decisions like that all the time.
But you shouldn't be making a strategy decision.
Do I want to bring Morahone in the sixth because this is a really high leverage moment, but what if I need him in the eighth?
Gimmick. But take this to its logical conclusion as well. Every team is always looking for the smallest of margins to win games. You play 10, 15 extra inning games a year. If they were a lot of them decided by home run derbies, you would all of a sudden have a market for home run derby talent. And you don't have to be a good baseball player necessarily to be a good home run derby.
True.
You might not be able to hit a major league fastball. Anything above 90 miles an hour, you'd strike out every time you go up there. But you might be able to put a 70-mile-an-hour pitch over the fence 8 times out of 10, which makes you all of a sudden a person who had no chance of ever having a baseball career into someone who's paid millions of dollars to sit there at the end of a bench and potentially go into a game late for a home run derby. Do we want to create that? And by the way, solid batting practice pitchers who can deliver it where it needs to be.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you'll have coaches who are making $12 million a year to be the batting practice pitcher or something.
Much,
Maybe not that much, but a lot more than they were because they can lay it in there. Ray,
our boy Ray.
All of a sudden, he's taking care of generations of family members if they ever implemented this rule in regular season games.
I don't think they would. Or they will. It was
do
great.
Teams not have guys that are specifically on the bench to do one job?
Yes,
it happens all the time.
But not to.
But it's usually it's a baseball job.
It's a baseball job, right? It's not a batting. Like there's guys that can hit a driver 600 yards, right?
Yeah.
They shoot 112. Even with a 600-yard drive, they don't know how to chip. They don't know how to putt. They're long drive guys.
Right.
And
if the Ryder Cup was tied and then they went to a long drive contest, would you pick, all right, I got this long drive champion. We're going to roll him out just for the long drive tiebreaker at the end. That's what I'm saying, though. It's not really a golfer.
Again, I think, I was so, I was really in favor of the ghost runner rule just because I've seen our pitching staff get really, really worn down after 162. And it's not unique to the San Diego Padres. It is every single baseball team. So I kind of was in favor of it at the time of like, it's going to save the bullpen, even you talk about incremental wins, right, Ben? Like throughout the season, incremental, just pick up one inning here, one inning there, one extra base here. It's inches and the margins and all that. I was in favor of it then. I'm kind of out on it now. You got to figure out a way to win a ball game in 9 innings. And if you don't, you're going to have to use your bullpen. And I think that's how it was. I think it should go back to that. And hey, more incentive to win a game in the 9 allotted innings, in my opinion. And I do realize games will go extra innings at times. You got to figure out how to manage that. But the ghost runner, you're right, Paulie. That's not baseball. That's really, I'm walking back 100% what I thought 5 years ago or whatever when they put it in.
Like, I'm in favor of games ending. I don't need 17, 18 inning games.
I hate it.
Nobody
and I hate
wants
it. And I hate it for our pitchers. I hate it for Mike
But
Schill.
at least it is still the competition. You stranding a guy out there at second base, even if he was placed out there.
Yeah, it happens.
It's a real skill for a pitcher to go out there and try to battle against the other team and keep that guy from scoring. And trying to drive in a guy from second base, it's not as easy as you make it seem. Oh, yeah, he's out there at second. That's an automatic run. No, it's not.
If it was as easy as it seemed, Ben, I mean, holy cow, we'd have a lot more wins as a team. Our team is not particularly good at hitting with runners in scoring position. So I'd say it's very difficult to do. Very, very difficult. So I'll say this, though. As the Padres are constructed, we need to be in favor of the runner on second rule. We really do, because the way we're constructed of needing 4 hits to score a run most times, thank God they have it. But if you're built like a different team, yeah, it's probably a disadvantage to you sometimes.
Yeah, right now, I don't think the Padres would have a great advantage in a home run swing off either.
No, I don't think we would either. That's why you go get Rowdy Tellez to sit there and rot until it's time to hit BP home runs. But
I mean, you say that, but like if they did it the same way they did it in the All-Star game last night, like, okay, let's even say they got rid of Gavin Sheets for a late, an 8th inning replacement or whatever. Try to get some speed on the base pass.
Bryce Johnson.
Chances are Manny's still in the lineup.
Yep.
Fernando's still in the lineup.
Yep. Jackson
Merrill's still in the lineup. Like, you should be constructing your team with some good hitters and power hitters.
Those cats can hit batting practice home runs. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest with you. But I don't know, man. I don't think they would do that.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will do it.
I don't know how that affects history books and all that stuff. Like, I don't think it will happen, but having seen it now, I'm like, not bad. It
was cool. It was cool. I really enjoyed it.
Meanwhile, some thoughts on the broadcast presentation last night of the All-Star game. And I don't know if it's just your influence or if truly he is annoying.
Why do you say that, Ben?
It's starting to become very hard for me now to listen to Joe Davis. And I didn't have the same problem with him that you did.
It's unbearable.
But now that you just kind of continuously hammer the point and now I can't not hear it. And it really does bother me. I miss Joe Buck so much.
Human Ambien. I liked this presentation last night. Yeah, stepping up to the plate, Fernando Tatis Jr. Kind of 2 separate careers for him. Had won a home run title. Then, of course, the suspension. And I'm like, you have to bring that up, you absolute peckerhead. You have to bring that up in the All-Star game. I can't imagine
Major League Baseball wanted him to go with those talking points in their showcase game. But
I mean, Logan Webb pitched. He was popped for PEDs. Not a mention. And those are your rivals, allegedly. Again, it is the story of Fernando Tatis, certainly. But does it need to be brought up in an All-Star game? I didn't care for that very much. I'm actually getting hot right now thinking about it.
I did think
he's excruciating.
And I'm usually fairly opposed to the in-game interviews. Making a pitcher do it is pretty silly. But there were some good moments. I thought Pete Crow Armstrong out there was terrific.
Awesome, dude.
How
cool
Jack
was that?
and Jacob Wilson was pretty cool.
I love that too.
They did a good job, which just shows you they can. So why don't they, when it's a regular, Saturday game on Fox, and we get these microphones that don't work, and none of those interviews ever are compelling or interesting, but they made it work for the All-Star game, which tells me if they care enough, they can figure it out. They're just not caring enough on some of these regular season mic'd up broadcasts on Saturdays to really make it work, because they did make it work a couple of times in the game last night.
I thought PCA was so good. I thought he was so good. And a couple of years ago, I was like, I don't know about this kid. Paulie liked him. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think he's going to hit enough. Yeah, he's got glove. man, he proved me to be a big dumb idiot, and I'll wear that one forever. And then they interviewed him in the game, and they said to him something to the effect of, so, I mean, you know, what would you tell kids out there that want to emulate you? He's like, I would actually just tell kids to be themselves, man. They've got a lot to offer. Don't try to be like me or anybody else. Just be yourself. I was like, watching it with my kids, you know, going, all right, that's a really good message. He's a great kid. He is a great, great kid. And was very impressed by him, his attitude in general. What a fun guy to watch play on a nightly basis.
And then the one thing that
I see his girlfriend on the red carpet.
I did. These guys, I mean, again, these dudes. I don't want to hear these guys complain about anything.
And literally anything.
Anything. You play on the best fields, you get white balls, everything's great, you make tons of money, everybody loves you. Zip it. All right? Zip it. I know it's hard. The travel's a beating. I get it. I'm sympathetic to it. Just relax.
And then there was the one thing that I wasn't expecting that absolutely sent chills running up and down my body. And that was the tribute to Hank Aaron's 715th home run.
So cool.
With holograms on the field.
The Roman candle that shot out.
Like,
oh my God.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't. It was amazing.
So good.
It looked like I don't think it's exclusive to the Vegas Golden Knights, but I think they were the first to do the on ice,
show,
theater show.
So
it
cool.
looked so cool. And I think other teams have kind of adopted it. And then to see it on a baseball diamond and to see the lights as he was rounding the bases,
it was
this
so
was amazing.
I just I'm still getting, I can feel the chills as I'm watching it when they put the words of the announcers, Vin Scully, and on the field. And I didn't even realize yesterday was 7/15. It was July 15th, 7/15 for Hank Aaron being in Atlanta there. And that was one of the cooler technological presentations that I've seen baseball ever incorporate into a game. And that was, they hit all the right notes on that, I thought.
Credit where credit is due for that one. Yeah, Gary brings it up too. I noticed it as well. They did cut Vin Scully's audio of that moment, talking about, now people are on their it was such a different time in our country. And I mean, actually really not, it's a lot of the same, but people in the deep South are standing for a black man who's about to break the record. And they snipped that out entirely, probably just trying to play it safe. Major League Baseball, it was noticed. A lot of people noticed it last night, but that doesn't take away from the good idea of how they executed.
I'm not going to criticize you. You honored Hank Aaron there in the deep South, when obviously, Atlanta had an all-star game taken away from them a few years ago.
Right. It was
a good thing for Major League Baseball to include in that game. And it was done really, really well.
It was, it was such a good presentation. Such a good idea. One thing I noticed too, and I saw a lot of people tweeting about this as well, is I went, man, it's kind of empty, kind of empty at what is it? Truist Park. There was, and then I thought, well, it's also midnight on a Tuesday. Would baseball be better served doing this on a Saturday? Like we always say about the Super Bowl, enough with the Sunday. Enough. We've had enough. Nobody wants to go to work the next day after the Super Bowl. Move this game, figure out how to manipulate the schedule a little bit to where, you can actually have people in the house when they do a swing off.
The Padres have some Mondays off, not a lot, but some Mondays, but they do play every Tuesday. A series is either in game 2 on a Tuesday or just starting on a Tuesday. What if they what if you had a 4-game weekend series that ended on a Monday, and then you had the whole week off?
Boom.
And then
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Home run derby on Thursday or Friday night, the All-Star game on Friday or Saturday night, great. And then give them Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday off, and then pick up the second half of the season on the next Tuesday. Give them a full week off. I don't think anybody complains about that.
And I'll tell you too, and somebody, Martine in the chat, every year it gets me. I had to walk away during the stand-up for cancer. I can't. My son was crying. It gets me every single year. And again, I would be remiss if I didn't tip my hat to Dave Roberts for his sign honoring Scott Miller. I thought that was a very cool move by Dave Roberts. So I will give credit. I'm not a total monster.
Dave, a cancer survivor himself.
100%. And, man, my mom went through it. My dad is going through it. And it's everybody's been touched by it. Every single person I know. So every year when they start to do it, I got to walk away. I mean, I just will sit and sob if I don't. I thought it was, it's such a beautiful tribute that they do every time. It's just really, really hard to watch. It's really tough.
And then one final thought. How's the saying go? You can please all of the people some of the time. Some of the people all of the time. But you can't please all of the people all of the time. Yet, Major League Baseball's decision to go back to wearing team uniforms during the game, I believe, pleased all of the people all of the time. I did not hear one person.
Right.
I did not see one social media comment that said, man, I wish they would have wore those hokey American League and NL uniforms that they've been wearing the past years. I hate that they're all in their real team uniforms for this game. Not one person complained about the decision.
I was
to go
mad
back.
They had to wear them for the home run derby. That's how bad they are.
See,
seeing them at all.
I'm in the minority, but I kind of liked the AL, the big AL NL. Al and Noel. I thought those were kind of cool.
It's better done during that sort of festivity than it is during the game.
Sure.
But it does underscore what a bad decision it was to ever go away from having players wear their real uniforms.
It's just the best. It's just the best. And you watch Paul Skeens coming out firing 100, first pitch. You see Jacob Mizorowski coming out throwing 102 miles an hour. I mean, it's the far and away best all-star game that there is. Could they improve it? Yeah. Start with the broadcast. Number two, I think I would like to get more stories of the players. The in-game stuff they did, there were a couple that were good. There were a couple that were bad. Like, you got to pick the right players. Like Matt Olson, great dude. I would kill to have Matt Olson on this team. Like, so Matt, is this pretty cool? Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. I mean, it's just, you got to pick the right guys. Also, how many games has Freddie Freeman played at Truist since he's been a Dodger? In the 70s, right? We going to do this every time that guy goes back? Every time?
Homecoming.
The weeping, sobbing. I'm a crier. I will cry today.
The first
cry
time
every day.
Yeah.
I don't sympathize for the Dodger fans very often. I'm going to be on their side on this. I'd be pissed. It's so old now.
Paulie,
he's been there for 3-4 years. You won a World Series with the Dodgers. Like,
Paulie,
move on.
When they were interviewing him, they're like, what does this mean to you to be back? Oh, all these fans. So you look up there. There's a pennant. And you guys saw me. I didn't have kids, and I come back. I'm like, if every time we played 70 games,
if every time we played the Orioles, we play them once a year. And Manny was just in tears and like, I just wish I was still here. Like, the best years of my life were in Baltimore. And they believed in me, and they were the first team to give me a chance. I'd be like, move on, dude. We gave you $300 million. Yeah, you play here now.
You're a franchise player, bro. 70 games. We have to do this every time that guy sets foot in Atlanta.
Just goes to show you, it's a lot easier to embrace San Diego than it is to embrace Los Angeles.
I'm
despite
telling
the money.
you, dude. I was like, hey, Freddie. I'm not making fun of him for crying. I'm a crier. I cry every day. But 70 some odd games, you think it would be, hey, man, I'm a Dodger now, and I got to, blah, blah, blah. I appreciate these guys. They know that because I've told you guys 73 other times before I got here tonight. Why do we have to do this for this guy every time he sets foot in Atlanta? I mean, it's just, and again, Paul, you're right. If I'm a Dodger fan, I'm like, hey, move on. Move on. Your new girlfriend's pretty attractive.
We gave you a pass the first 69 times. Like, eventually, bro, it's old.
It is freaking crazy.
All right, we got to take a time out. Don't Do This is coming up next. I got a fun story. It's a Do This about a former football player using his skills to corral a criminal. I think it was a pretty good one. Yeah, that we'll get to coming up. Don't go away. More Ben and Woods, more celebration of Woods for his 50th ahead on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Before traffic, though, want to tell you about SDFatLoss.com. It's summer, which I know you're probably thinking, not a great time to lose weight. Oh, you would be wrong. 2 summers ago, I lost 40 pounds in 60 days using the SDFatLoss.com strategies laid out by my counselor. They kept me on track. Yeah, a couple cheat days, had a barbecue here or there, traveled a little bit, still lost up to a pound of fat per day, 10 to 20% of my body weight in 60 days. You can expect the same a part of the great thing is that you're eating real food. So it's not like you're going to a barbecue and you're bringing some sort of bar that you have to unwrap. No, they can find things for you. You can probably have some chicken, have some vegetables, still enjoy yourself and enjoy your summer while losing the weight. And then by the time it's September, you're going to be a new you. You're going to be feeling healthy. You're going to have just less back pain, better sleep. I've had so many benefits from losing weight. Thanks to sdfatloss.com, you can do them as well with no injections, no exercise necessary. This is sustainable weight loss for the rest of your life. I'm still going strong 2 years later. Set up your free consultation right now by going to sdfatloss.com. Don't wait for fall. Do it now. Take advantage of their $200 off during their summer special by going to sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Don't Do This is brought to you by Trust and Will.
Don't.
Leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die.
Do.
Set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. Now, we're running a little late. Had a lot of all-star talk there. Clearly, we want to talk about SDFC not being able to extend the loan for Milan Iloski. Is it a don't do this to let that guy get away? We can discuss that coming up, but we're just going to keep it quick here with a couple of stories, including one from the world of golf here, Woods.
Well, this is I mean, golf, they take this stuff very seriously. I think it probably happens in big league clubhouses and in NFL clubhouses all the time, but golf, they don't play when it comes to damaging their property. And Wyndham Clark is now banned from Oakmont Country Club after he damaged his locker when he missed the cut at the U.S. Open. They just played it very recently, Ben. And in a letter sent to members, Oakmont Country Club President John Lynch said they reached their decision after multiple discussions with the U.S. Golf Association, they will lift the ban they will lift the ban if Wyndham Clark will pay for the damages and makes a, quote, meaningful contribution to a charity selected by the Oakmont Country Club board and undergoes counseling and or anger management therapy. What did he do? What did he do to that locker? Did he take a dump in it or something? What could you possibly have done to where they're like, you're out?
I think he just got mad and smashed it.
Country clubs get mad if you walk in tennis shoes.
You're not allowed to change your shoes in the parking lot of a country club. They're furious.
He literally could have said, gosh darn it, and just a little too loud.
So the lockers that they put the pros in, this is an historic country club. They're like over 100 years old. They're like priceless antiques, and he got mad and smashed it because he didn't like his round, and it was very disrespectful. Now,
it was.
Getting banned from one course, I mean, he can play any course he wants around the world. Fine, I'll just not go to Oakmont. But, of course, he's going to host the U.S. Open again coming up in 2033. Now, he's only 31 years old, so still be in his late 30s,
8 years
potentially,
from now,
still in prime golfing years. You might want to make amends.
So
figure out a way to get back to Oakmont, Wyndham.
He did say, I've had a lot of highs and lows in my career, especially this year, some lows. I made a mistake I deeply regret. I'm very sorry for what happened. But I'd also like to move on, not only for myself, but for Oakmont, to kind of focus on the rest of the year, the things that come up. As professionals, we're expected to remain professional, even when frustrated. I unfortunately let my emotions get the best of me. Is he a fiery guy?
I had never seen that side of him until this U.S. Open when, the temper flared a little bit. Yeah. So I'm wondering if maybe the other things going wrong in his life or just the golf just has really been – golf can be such a tough game mentally sometimes. So
they kicked his ass out.
They did. All right. I'm going to go on to do this because I like this story.
DD mega doo-doo.
We know how dangerous wildfires can be here in San Diego. We saw what happened up in Los Angeles just, 6 months ago in the Palisades. And so this story kind of hits home. Former Kentucky Wildcats wide receiver Scott Mitchell was recently on a walk in, the hillsides of Los Angeles with his girlfriend. And they were walking around and they saw out in the distance a tree had started burning. And then there was a guy who was running away from the scene. And he goes, that tree's on fire. That guy lit that tree on fire. He started that fire.
It's unbelievable.
And he goes, get him. Now, here's the problem.
It's arson judge.
The guy was already 150 yards away from the scene at the time. But he didn't realize that the person who spotted him, of course, was a former college football wide receiver. So Scott Mitchell took off and made up the 150-yard gap on this guy.
Oh, my God.
Got to him, chased him down, tackled him. They contacted the authorities, waited until they arrived, and the guy was booked on charges of suspicion of arson upon a structure or forest land, being held in lieu of $75,000 bail. And because they saw it so quickly, all the flames were fully extinguished. They got 53 firefighters on the scene immediately to prevent something bad from potentially happening.
And you are the lowest of the low. If you're an arsonist, you are the bottom of the barrel human being. There's nothing you can tell me, say, all right, I understand. No, it's the worst. Graffiti doesn't bother me near as much as it, but I'm a street tagger. All right, you're an artist. I get it. There's no redeeming quality about an
Think about 150 yards. So remember, it's a football field, another
half
I
football
was trying to
field.
think of it like that. Like think of like the hash marks on the field. If there's 150, like 3, 2, 1, go, and you have a guy 150 yards behind you chasing you down. You're
feeling pretty good at the beginning. Like, this guy's never going
to get me.
How many yards before that guy looks over his shoulder and goes, "Oh crap!"
No.
Like 50 yards, and you're like, he got there real
quick. Is it in
quick.
Atlanta where they do the
Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze with the race who catches them? It's always very compelling to see him catch up on those people on the track.
Man, I hate that. I love that story, but I hate that there's a guy out there like, ooh, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be an instigator. Terrible. Thank you, Benny.
And that is don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan brought to you by Staples. Still to come, we will get into the big news from SDFC yesterday, the loss of Milan Iloski back to Europe with the second half of the season now underway. A big game tonight at Snapdragon Stadium. We'll talk about that. Plus, got some gifts to give away for Woods this morning.
Thank you,
fellas. I know
fellas.
he's going to like some. He's probably also going to not like other gifts.
I'm so titillated.
We'll find out coming up with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
One gift you can always count on pleasing Woods is a trip to 7 Mile Casino. It's a fun place. He loves playing California-style blackjack.
Yes.
Wants to sit down and play a little more Texas Hold'em poker, but really, the blackjack is your game, and 7 Mile is a terrific place to play it upscale. My buddy Scott, who's in town this summer, said, is 7 Mile really like nice?
Yeah.
And Scott's likes nice
He's
things.
like you, yes.
He's like me, and I go, oh, you'll have no problem.
He'll
there.
love it.
Is you'll really enjoy 7 Mile Casino.
No question. Lots to love about 7 Mile Casino. Obviously, the proximity to downtown San Diego is really what makes it great. Just 7 minutes away. Not a huge, long drive. Great people when you go into smoke-free environment as well. The view of the bay on the back patio, I'll never forget me and Paulie getting that remote set up, sitting out there for a minute going, oh, this is awesome. This is how it should be. So check them out for yourself. 7 Mile Casino. It's just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Got another all-time quotation from Mikey Varas, head coach of SDFC yesterday. Woods, you loved when he said he has to get in there and smell the locker room.
It's one of my favorite quotes.
I know you love that one. I'll tell you the one he gave me yesterday when I was out at practice here in just a second. Ben and Woods, back with you here, going until 10 o'clock, and then Woodsy off later today to Manchester, England to see Oasis in concert on his 50th birthday.
Crazy, man.
You will be calling in.
Yeah,
at least you have threatened to call in.
Oh, I will.
During Friday's show.
Yeah, I may not be sober, but I will call in for sure.
In the afternoon from the pub in Manchester somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
And give us an update on how it's going.
Yeah,
I don't expect to hear from you tomorrow, as you will still be en route, I think.
Yes.
If you're not leaving until this afternoon, and it's I assume
it's like a 15, 16-hour travel day with the layovers and everything.
So we'll probably be done with our show by the time you're actually checked into your hotel in Manchester.
We could maybe get you on in the last hour, but we don't need that.
No, I'll check.
Friday morning, though.
Yeah, Friday morning.
It'll be like, what do we say? It's 2 o'clock when we start the show?
Yeah, it's 8
2
hours.
2 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait.
Your full day before your concert day, which is Saturday.
And
then you've got an unwind day on Sunday,
rest day,
joy, and then Monday you travel back to San Diego.
Yep,
that'll be a long one
as
well.
It's going to be a long one.
Is Sunday officially a rest day, or was that the day you were going to potentially try to go to another show?
So I'm going to try, but my buddy Craig, who is in Manchester, he's landed. He's sending me pictures. I'll read you the text that I just got from him. He's over there. This is amazing. He said, the city is Oasis crazy right now. Bootleggers are selling hats, shirts, everything. Just walked past a bloke who had hats that said the C word all over it. All right, well, I'll be getting one of those. The cheapest ticket for today's gig, because they're playing today, is $700. I like them, but not that much. Wow. And then he sent me the there's an app they use called Twickets, is where how you get your tickets. It sounds so British. Twickets. Tickets for Sunday right now, about $900.
Now that C word you mentioned,
yes,
is used much more freely over there than it is here.
Yeah, and they use it I think as a term of endearment sometimes, and they call their buddies that. It's one of the many differences in America and England. You can't run around saying that here.
No,
you will get in a lot of trouble. So yeah, they love it, and they have no problem.
You'll be taking liberal advantage of your opportunity when you're over there.
When I check into the hotel, hey, how are you? You see, right? But they have no problem with things like that.
So it's possible that you'll see Milan Iloski on your flight over, because he's expected to be returning to Europe in the next couple of days after SDFC was unable to reach a long-term agreement on a loan. And I am going to come woefully short in truly explaining how the MLS loan from another team system works and why they were not able to get it done. But I can tell you.
Isn't that why I'm here?
You're on loan?
No, isn't that why I'm here? To explain in detail the process of the loan and how it works.
Obviously.
In MLS.
You're still on a long-term loan from 94.9.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I never want to go back. Never.
Well, that wasn't the case with Milan Iloski, who posted on social media, thanked the fans of San Diego. But according to the powers that be at SDFC, Milan Iloski really just wanted to go back and test himself in Europe again. He came over here to get some playing time, got it, was incredibly successful, scoring 10 goals in 10 games. And by the way, he only started 3 of those. 7 of those games, he was coming in usually as a late replacement for the last, 20 minutes of the match or so, or at most for the second half, and still managed to become one of the leading goal scorers in all of MLS. He's second on the team now behind Anders Dreyer, and now he's not coming back. Mikey Varas said, well, anything is possible in life, but you won't see him back this season. They were unable to work out the agreement, even though the Danish team that he's going back to, please don't make me say it, the name, it's FC Nordsjælland.
You nailed it.
Something like that.
It's in the Danish
is
Superliga.
Also a right to dream team. It's the same ownership group, but they can't just say, oh, you're playing here and you're playing here. And they were unable to extend that loan, which means, he's gone and now unavailable for SDFC for the, rest of the season, possibly forever. We knew this was a possibility. We talked about it. We talked about it with Craig on Monday.
I thought we had a little more time, though.
I thought there was a little bit.
They
more
had until
time.
July, but yesterday they announced they're just terminating it immediately,
and it
mutually.
Listen, and it makes sense if a guy if he wants to. It's like in baseball. You're like, hey, I'd like you to grant me my release. I want to go catch on somewhere else. Except it's different in soccer because, these teams are connected, and he wants to go test himself in European soccer. So I wish him the best. He was so fun to watch. The fact that he's an Escondido kid obviously makes it sting a little bit more. I got a DM from our buddy Travis, Punk Rock Paint, brilliant artist. So I tweeted yesterday, I'm a casual, but this seems not great that he's leaving. And he goes, yeah, not great, especially if you spent 40 hours designing a tifo for next weekend that the supporters union paid a lot of money to have printed on a 35 by 60 piece of fireproof mesh in Germany and rush shipped to be here in time for the game. Look at it. Incredible. That's the
4 goals. Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. I mean, and I was like, bro, I am so sorry. I think Craig Elston had just bought an Iloski jersey, and it's like, it stinks, man.
As Purple in the chat says, never fall in love with lone players.
Well, I mean, listen, if you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, you're not in love with Paul Skeens. You're not.
Better not be.
You shouldn't be.
If you're Stephen Woods.
I love Paul Skeens. I love Paul Skeens.
Now, I think part of this was monetary. Milan Iloski scoring all these goals. He wants to be able to cash in. Now, in MLS, they only have so much money to go around with a cap. There's only 2 designated players right now. You've got Anders Dreyer, Chucky Lozano. I don't think they're going anywhere. So perhaps there was just no room for an agreement to be reached between the two sides, which made it a fairly foregone conclusion that he was just going to have to go back, finish out whatever time he's got in Denmark, and then continue on with his career from there. I'd caution against our normal San Diego reaction is what's wrong with the Escondido, the San Diego guy who doesn't want to be in his hometown, doesn't want to take a hometown discount. You don't want to stick around with your teammates for the rest of the year, try to win a championship, and then go back later. What's wrong with you? I would caution against that. This is soccer.
This isn't the San Diego curse.
It's MLS versus the Danish Superliga.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, again, this isn't. We can't have nice things. This isn't the
as
San
fun
Diego curse.
as it's been, and it has been a lot of fun. We've gotten into MLS. We've gotten into SDFC. They're still not at the same level yet as the rest of the world.
Of course.
And if you want to be a world-class soccer player, MLS is still not the place where you go to do it. It's the place where you come after you've had a great career like Chucky Lozano.
Or get your career started.
Or Messi. Or you get your career started and get some playing time, and then you go somewhere else. Is it getting better? Absolutely. Is it good enough for us to be entertained as kind of novice soccer fans? Yeah, there's been some really fun matches, but I'm not under the illusion that real soccer players know that the real highest level of soccer is played in Europe and in South America, and not here in the United States.
I like
unfortunately.
this take by L3 Oogie. He says local players should be forced to play with the hometown team for free. Yeah, I can get behind that. What a good player. What a fun little run that he had. I do, Mikey Varas, I imagine too, and it was, we asked Craig about why he didn't play, even though he was still available to play last weekend. They ended up winning the game in Chicago, but it was essentially, yeah, like he's not, in my mind, it was like, well, he's not going to be here. I want to focus on the guys that are,
I was intending to kind of ask you that, and then the news dropped that he was gone, and I figure, well, now it's kind of a moot point why he didn't play last game if he's not going to be at all. But I thought it was more like, well, if it's like an injury situation, if you knew a guy was going to get injured in a couple of games, you still want to use him as much as possible while you've got him.
Correct.
There's no reason not to use a player as long as he's available. But if this was kind of already headed down the road toward the divorce, then maybe it did make sense to just kind of just cut it off cleanly and move forward. Now, how do they move forward? Well, this leads to the quote that I got from Mikey Varas that I think you're going to like, and I'll get to that right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the Oceanside Police Department, now hiring public safety dispatchers. Couple of problems here, guys. One of them is this crash on westbound King Freeway, just past Spring Street. That is over to the right shoulder. A couple vehicles involved, and looks like somebody may be risking their life changing a tire northbound 5 before Genesee. It's in a center divide. The Oceanside Police Department is hiring public safety dispatchers, earn up to $87,000 a year. Lateral bonuses up to $11,000. 12-hour shifts, 3-day work weeks, paid holidays, benefits, and retirement. Wow. Apply at joinopd.net. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Mike Varas has some NFL coach in him, because he is very focused on the next game, the next man up. And that was one of the things that they kind of leaned on yesterday. Hey, no Milan Iloski. We got a lot of good players. We got plenty of guys who are going to step up. We got a diverse team. We got a versatile team, guys who can play different positions. We've done this all season long with players who have been injured and out, and everyone's done a great job filling in because they all work together playing the system. They really downplayed, as you'd expect, the loss of Milan Iloski yesterday, and they felt like, hey, they'll go forward. And maybe they're right. Maybe they will be fine. Now, hard to replace 10 goals in soccer, but there's no guarantee that Milan Iloski was going to score 10 more. He might have had one more all year. It's soccer. It's weird. You go on these runs, you score a bunch of goals, and then you don't for like a month because it's just kind of a weird sport. So they felt like they're going to be okay. They've been doing their thing. They're going to continue to do their thing going forward. Now, I asked him about being the hunted rather than the hunter.
Yeah.
When the season started, you were the expansion team. You were just trying to take everybody down and catch everyone by surprise. Said, you're first place now. No one is taking you lightly. They are looking to take you down. And he said, I'm sorry, I don't really look at the standings. Doesn't matter. I'm not focused on that at all. It doesn't matter where we are. And I said, well, what from the opponent perspective, though? Like Houston the other week, when they came in, they said, hey, we know we're taking on a really good team. We've got to bring our A game. They're coming. He said, okay, yeah, we definitely are getting the best from our opposition because they know what a high level we're playing at. And then he dropped this on me. He said, your opponent is your best teammate.
Man, this blew my mind. He's like Marcus Aurelius of soccer coaches.
He said, obviously, you're trying to best them, but you can never truly improve or find out where you are without your opponent there to challenge you and to push you to be your best. So your opponent is your best teammate.
Blew my mind. Again, he blew my mind. All right, your opponent is your best.
I mean, he needs to be writing fortune cookies.
Yeah, he does.
Or something.
Or like a self-help book. I'd buy it. I just want to, like, he's like that guy you want to be around. He's good, positive energy. He says the right things, and he doesn't just say them. You get the sense that he believes them, because a lot of guys just say stuff. But you get the sense that, no, this is really who this cat is, man.
Like, I know you're a little busy, but Mikey, can you just like mentor me?
You want to be a mentor to me. I'd like him to come out and speak to the little leaguers. I mean, really, like, he's really, really good.
A fountain of wisdom.
He really is. That's really
interesting guy.
That's really good, man.
Glad we have him here.
We got it. Me too. We got a good one, bro. We got a good one in Mikey Varis. But yeah, man, it was really unfortunate to see that news. But yeah, you move on. I mean, it's just the loan thing is never not going to be weird to me. It is always going to be weird, super casual. I have no idea. It's just weird. It's a weird situation. Like, imagine they're like, Manny's like, all right, guys, great half of the season. I'll see you later. Like, obviously, he signed to a big long-term contract, but before Jackson Merrill was signed to the big extension. All right. Been fun. See you guys. Yeah, no, I'm red hot right now. I mean, no, I'm robbing home runs. I'm hitting home runs. Have a good one.
Maybe Freddie Freeman's on loan with the Dodgers, and he's going to go back to his beloved Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, if given the choice, would he do it today?
Oh God,
I gotta think yes. I gotta think yes. But man, it was kind of a bummer. And now you got to figure out how to move on without him. And it's good to get it out of the way. He's gone, and now you pick up the pieces.
It's not hanging over their heads anymore, and they get right back to it tonight. Look for a home win against Toronto FC, who is they're near the bottom of the table, but someone pointed out they keep beating the West Coast teams for some reason. I don't know if that means anything or not, but I'd imagine that SDFC will be ready tonight. 7:30 kickoff at Snapdragon Stadium. Remember, they won 4 in a row on the road, but they did lose their last home game against Houston, so they're trying to bounce back from that and get the full 3 points tonight against Toronto.
Literally one of the most entertaining losses you will ever see in your entire life. Still playing a great brand of
And then
football.
they got to turn around again, play Vancouver, who they're battling for first place in the West on Saturday again at home. So really big week for SDFC. That's your update from practice yesterday. We'll come back. Gift giving for 50-year-old Woods coming up next year on The Fan.
Great. I mean, I know I love our intro, but this one hits pretty hard. Thank you, Paulie, for playing all Oasis today. Welcome back. We're halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, the executive producer. And Benjamin Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, man. A few days away. It's not 50 isn't messing with me as bad as I thought it would.
Yeah, it is it's a psychological milestone.
It is a big one.
No doubt about that.
40 was a big one. This one's a big one, but I feel pretty good, man. I feel like happy and like pretty well adjusted.
I think with 40, you know that you know your prime is probably behind you, but you can still say theoretically, I've still got half my life ahead of me.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people live into their 80s nowadays. It's hard to say that. Once you get to 50, you feel like, okay, definitely lived most of my life at this point.
Well, I did feel good until Ben just told me that I'm on the back nine of my life. I felt actually really good, Paulie, and then he's like, actually, no.
Most golf courses, the back nine is the best nine.
That's true. My 40s, when I turned 40, it was like, all right, dude, time to get your career going, right? I feel like I did that. 40s have been very successful, productive. The 50s, I'm telling you, man, there's been a bit of a lot of looking inward, a lot more inner peace. I will be constantly on the journey for inner peace until the day I die. I promise you. I will never achieve it, but I am working towards it, and I feel a lot better now than I did 10 years ago, as far as mentally, physically. Certainly, I feel like I look better at 50 than I did at 40. I was kind of a doughy mess back then. Not that I'm not now, but more muscles and, you know, working out and eating a little bit better. So yeah, I had a goal going into the year. It's like, I want to be in really the better shape when I turn 50, and I've done that. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, man, I'm facing it down.
So we got a few things for you, and we wanted to make some presentations here for your 50th birthday. Now, you know, my first gift, you already saw it this morning.
So
I wanted to treat you to a nice meal, a cocktail at your hotel. I am jealous because I was looking up your hotel this week at Manchester, and you're staying at what looks like a really cool place.
Awesome. It looks cool.
And just like I did with Philly, I started doing research on the food. And like, oh man, they've got a Sunday lunch.
Eat her, Manchester. I love you guys.
They've got a really good breakfast. I mean, so I hooked you up with 100 pounds worth of spending credit, the bar and grill at your hotel.
Thank you.
Wanted to make sure that you take care of yourself. Now, my second gift is going to come, and I realize I'm going to wear this, and you are going to criticize me for it, which is fine. And that is because it is a regift.
No way.
But I just thought it's something. Yeah.
Would anybody have known it was a regift had you not just said this?
No, but I don't want to take credit for something that I didn't pick out. It was something that I got these. Here, I'll give it to you. I just thought this looks more like Woods than me. I'm never going to use this.
That's good. That's fine.
I just rewatched Old School the other day, and I'm thinking about when Frank gets married.
The CD
they give
tower.
him the toaster.
The toaster.
And then Luke Wilson moves into his house, and he's like, "Hey, I got you a toaster." He's like, "Frank, this is actually the same one. I got you this.
I got these at the golf tournament I played earlier this year, and I thought I just picked these out for Woods because I'm never going to wear them. But I thought you would look really cool in them. So I don't want to take too much credit for this because it is a regift.
This dude is.
But there's no reason it should go to waste. It's no reason that they shouldn't be used by someone. And you do look really good in them. They're Oakley sunglasses.
Wow.
These are sharp.
They're valuable, and they would not look good on me.
Let's
watch.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ben's gonna put them on. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it.
Yeah, you look like a weird.
I look weird.
You look really creepy in those. These look cool.
Really good in them.
Wait, Ben, put them back on and ask. Do you know how fast you were going?
License and registration.
He looks just like a cop. Just kind of like a cop.
I just need a mustache. I don't have the mustache.
But also like a cop that is kind of a pushover.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like you could talk your way out of that.
I love these. Thank you.
Do you ever regift? I mean,
it was funny.
I feel like I want someone else to get some enjoyment out of something that I'm not going to use.
It's fine. I love it. It's great. I think it's like you said, man. You want them better. Also, I grew up with my dad, so I'm used to this. 100%. Getting gifts from golf tournaments my whole life, dude. It's just like working with my dad. So I'm good.
Happy birthday, Steven. I got you a golf towel and some ball markers.
Oh, thanks, Dad, for the new 9-iron. You didn't just play a pro-am, didn't you?
It's got U.S. Bank written all over it. That's really cool. Thank you.
Oh, I love this deck chair. This is awesome. Thanks for thinking of me.
I understand that the re-gift is not as perhaps personal or sentimental.
But if you got it and thought of me, then
I did
it is.
think of you
then
though when I picked it out, and I thought, because I could have picked something else out for myself, and I go, no, this I think Woods would like
this.
these, so I picked it out for you.
I love it, dude. And that with the gift card, I'll be wearing these down to brunch on you on Sunday.
Thank you. And I have something else for you, but first I want Paulie to make his presentation because I think it's kind of a showstopper here.
Yeah, I think this one it was a bit of a hot commodity, and I think you're gonna be really excited.
Excellent.
And
is this it?
It's in the bag right there, and I will just let you.
Sweet angel.
I'll let you get after it here.
Open this up. Very well wrapped here.
It's in there somewhere.
Oh, I can smell it.
Ooh, it's got an odor. It's got a scent.
Smell it.
It's got a scent.
Oh, I know what it is.
You do?
Oh my God! It is Sydney's Bathwater Bliss. Sydney Sweetie soap. Oh my God!
That's a hard item to come by, Paulie.
Oh my God!
So if you missed it, this was something we talked about on the show a couple of weeks ago. That they're selling the bath water that Sydney Sweeney sat in.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
For her commercial shoot,
they
turned it into bars of soap.
I don't remember exactly how much they made. I want to say it was like 5,000 or something like that. I think they were $8 retail.
This is a gem
is it Dr. Squatch?
Yeah,
they were like $8. They sold out in seconds back in June, and I was following the prices on secondhand markets. And I was like, all right, that's about where they're at. And then they started rising again. When people started getting them.
It's
and
like
actually,
Bitcoin, basically.
They started going up. And I'm like, I got to get it now. I've had it in my house for like 3 weeks.
Oh, my God. It smells fantastic.
Now,
sure
are you just going to use it like regular soap in your shower? Are you going to just save it for a special occasion? What's your plan?
Don't worry about how
is it going on the trip with you?
It will be going.
Will it be confiscated by TSA?
It will be going to England with me because if I leave it at home, my wife is going to dispose of it. So I'm taking it with me. I'm actually thinking about getting it made into a necklace, and I'll just wear it around my neck. It smells incredible. There's her caricature on the front. Smell it, Benny. I mean, it smells really good.
Oh, very nice.
It's very nice. So I'll be taking this with me. Thank you, Paulie.
You are very welcome,
very
my friend.
appealing.
I don't think I'm going to open it.
I was wondering. I was like,
box. That's what I was wondering.
I'm not
whether
gonna,
it stays as a kind of a memento or it's an actual usable bar
a
of
good
soap.
Smelling memento.
Dang, it smells good. It really does. That's incredible, gentlemen.
You rip that box open and take a shower later. Like it's done. It's been used now.
And then once you if I take it on my trip, I can't use it at the hotel and then bring it home. I don't have one of those. I guess I could buy a soap holder that gets all grimy and slimy. But this is fantastic. No, this will be on my desk I can't stop smelling it as a memento. And now my mind is racing. Thanks so much for that, Paulie. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to make your mind race. That's brilliant, guys.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Thank you. 100%.
And then I have one more for you here. This is actually from the whole family, and I wasn't sure it was going to get here in time, but did able to pick it up yesterday.
You did not wrap that.
No, that was wrapped by my mom. She's definitely the much better gift giver of my family.
It's like padded too. You guys are fast. Oh, the picture!
Oh my God, look at that.
That is so badass.
That is to remind you. It's a picture of us from Philadelphia, arms around Woods. And it's just to remind you that for one brief moment at least, I love you.
That is so special.
That was that was after our night out on the town at, what was it,
I love it.
Oscar's Dive Bar for about 4 hours.
Yeah,
And we took that picture out on the street. We both wrapped up our arms around you. You snuck the picture, and I'm like, that's an awesome
That's a frame.
little 100%,
No,
man.
dude, that's legendary. That's a legendary picture. I'm very moved, and love you guys very much. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Very special. Very, very special. All of these. Thank you guys so much. I feel so blessed and spoiled. But yeah, I'm getting choked up right now. Thank you guys.
And now we know we have one more surprise coming later in the program. Should be here, actually, I've heard in about a little over an hour.
Is that right?
For one more surprise.
So you got the confirmation too?
I do, yes.
Incredible,
I have some
man.
of the details on what's coming. So
If you need me, I will be here.
open it up. Can you inhale a thing until it's gone? Or
maybe. It's got it's got this little hole. They cut a little tiny hole just for you to stick your nose up to. Yeah, man, Eric's right. I should turn 50 more often. This is phenomenal. You guys are the best. Thank you. Kim as well. Incredible.
Ooh, I just got an offer for a complimentary entry into the America's Finest City Half Marathon and 5K. I would like to re-gift that to you.
I'll pass that on to Paulie. This is the
Paulie,
next
would
birthday.
you like to run in the America's Finest City Half Marathon and 5K?
Not particularly.
I can't imagine. That's more of torture. That's more like I lost a bet, not a birthday gift.
Well, thank you for the offer, but I think I will pass on the.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so lucky to have you guys, and of course all the great tier ones out there. Just incredible. It's an incredible feeling a lot of love today. A lot of love.
We have a game of Take on Woods coming up. We still have a chance to qualify for our getaway to Las Vegas. Motley Crue tickets in September as well. Our musical trivia challenge in our next segment. If you'd like to get on the line during our break and be our contestant today, you can do so at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Take on Woods coming up in just a couple of minutes. Also want to let everybody know about a golf event that is coming up. Grab your clubs and tee off for a great cause. Join us for the 4th annual Salute to Heroes Charity Golf Tournament, Sunday, July 28th at the stunning Loma Santa Fe Country Club. You can enjoy a day of golf, food, prizes, and camaraderie, all to honor our local heroes and support veterans programs. Register today at san diego socialleagues.org. It's July 28th. It said Sunday. I thought it was a Monday, and we were going to be doing our show out there.
It should be Monday.
I think it's a Monday, not a Sunday.
That's,
Yeah, July 28th. It's a Monday. Error on the copy. Yeah, Monday.
I know it's a Monday.
Because we're going to be doing our show out there that day. You will see some celebrities like former Padre Greg Vaughn going to be out there. Arabian Prince from NWA. NBA star Olden Polynice is going to be there.
Arabian Prince from NWA is coming?
Apparently so.
You're telling me Ben Higgins, who has rapped to Ice Cube, could potentially, if I can make this happen, interview another member of NWA.
How am I missing
It's
this
now
day?
my life's
You're going to be
goal.
off that day, but Paulie and I are going to be out there at Loma Santa Fe.
It's now my goal to have all remaining members of NWA
do some sort
on
of
the
collab.
show.
Yeah.
I don't. Dr.
Some
Dre
sort of bid
is going to be a
with
little hard
Ben.
to get.
Dre's going to be tough. DJ Yella, I don't think he's doing much.
MC Ren.
MC Ren is just the GOAT. Yeah, or I guess Arabian Prince is a big golfer. That's amazing. I'm actually really.
There's a lot of names on that list.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
Tony
just a
Hawk,
taste of the names. Yeah.
Alex Morgan, Drew Brees.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun day.
I'm being a little jealous.
All right, we will take time out. Take on Woods coming up next when Ben and Woods continues on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Of course, with Woods turning 50 earlier this year, it had him thinking about, the rest of life and what it looks like. And that's when we went to trustandwill.com. Both got it done, an easy online experience to set out estate documents, whether it's a last will and testament or a trust that can help your family avoid the costly hassle of probate court when they're trying to settle your estate at the end of your life.
Yeah, it's already going to be very difficult for your family, I would guess. But don't make it more difficult on them. Go to trustandwill.com. And as a special offer for you guys, all the tier ones out there, make sure you put in the code FAN, When you check out, they're going to give you 20% off, man. That's a fifth, Benny. That's no joke. And they will ship you your estate documents for free as well. It's peace of mind, man. And it's really easy to do.
And it's already much cheaper than going to a lawyer's office with the billable hours. This is the way for everybody to get their estate planned and take kind of the peace of mind that you get with it is really worth it.
No doubt.
By going to trustandwill.com. That's trustandwill.com.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
All right, well, now it's time to look ahead to the second half of the baseball season.
We saw I tweeted it, the lukewarm stove.
Oh, we had a trade this morning.
Is heating up right now.
Can't even bring it up
in baseball. It broke this morning that Adam Frazier.
Frazier back, are we?
Okay, Adam Frazier back, Benny. He is going back to he is going back to the Kansas City Royals from, do you even know where he was?
He was back with Pittsburgh, wasn't he?
He was back with Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yes. So the Royals are set to acquire infielder, outfielder Adam Frazier from the Pirates. Robert Murray of Fansided reports Kansas City will send infielder Cam Devaney back to Pittsburgh in the trade. He was just selected to the Major League roster by the Royals 8 days ago. Has not appeared in a big league game.
Has he ever been a Royal?
Yes.
Feels like
he was a Royal.
He
was a Royal last year, or 2024. Yeah. He hit 202 there in 294 plate appearances. So I'm sure they are very happy to get him back. When you can acquire a guy that hit 202 for you, you have to do it every time. Reacquire, I should say. But he's had a better year this year in Pittsburgh. Who that is the club that drafted him.
He had a great year in Pittsburgh also before the Padres acquired him, and then he had a terrible second half in San Diego.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where if you're him, you're like, I think I just want to play in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Like, this is where I do the best. So yeah, he'll give the Royals a left-handed bat. It's all right-handed bench they have right now, so he's left-handed bat off the bench. And the lukewarm stove. It's definitely not hot stove material, but it is lukewarm. It's a name we know. Certainly in San Diego, he is heading back to the Kansas City Royals.
All right, you ready to play our game
I
today? All right, we got a contestant on the line. Let's get to it. It is time for Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we go into the top of the board today. We got Joe as our contestant. Joe, good morning.
Good morning.
You're not going to try to beat Woods on his birthday celebration day, are you? Absolutely, you should.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, because that's the only way you can qualify for our grand prize drawing. It is a 2-night stay in Las Vegas at the Park MGM. 2 tickets to Motley Crue on September 19th. And a $100 gas card. Motley Crue's Las Vegas residency runs September 12th through October 3rd at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com. All right, you get to pick the category. We're bringing back beatboxing, 5-song titles and musical artists, including the word beat. We're in this together, 5-song titles, including the word together. And our new category, Y-O-Y. Those are 5 bands whose names begin with the letter Y. So beatboxing, we're in this together, or Y-O-Y. Joe, what would you like to play?
We're in this together.
We're in this together. Okay, yeah, 5 song titles, and they all include the word together. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 5 as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left in the 60 seconds. First question, Paulie is queuing up now as our 2-second song. You need to identify the song title and the artist to score that point. And again, all the answers will have the word together in it. Joe, are you ready to play?
Yes.
Paulie, you good to go?
Yes.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock. The category, we're in this together. Joe, your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck. Let's take on Woods.
Come Together, the Beatles?
Correct. Rick Astley followed up his debut #1 hit, Never Gonna Give You Up, with which similarly structured song that became his second and final #1 hit.
Together Forever?
Correct. Al Green sings Whether Times Are Good, Bad, Happy, or Sad, in which 1972 hit.
Let's Stay Together?
Correct. Taylor Swift was quite sure the relationship was over, in which 2012 mega hit from her album Red.
We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together?
Correct. Which 2002 Blink-182 song did Tom DeLonge write about the impact of his parents' divorce?
Stay Together for the Kids?
Wow! Joe, you have nailed it. 5 for 5. You are into the drawing for Las Vegas. That was
Crushed
a
it.
very
Good
impressive
Lord.
performance, Joe. Doesn't matter what Woods does. He's just playing for pride now to try to earn the tie and not the outright loss. Stay on the line, Joe.
Come
Paulie will
on.
get your information.
What are you waiting for?
All right. Joe has completed his half of the game. Now it is your turn to see if you can beat or tie him. No category for Woods. He's going cold. 60 seconds on the clock. The time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Joe.
Is Come Together by the Beatles.
Correct. Rick Astley followed up his debut #1 hit, Never Gonna Give You Up, with which similarly structured song it became his second and final #1 hit.
Pass.
Al Green sings Whether Times Are Good.
Oh, Together Forever. Sorry.
Correct. Al Green sings Whether Times Are Good, Bad, Happy,
Let's Stay
or
Together.
Correct. Taylor Swift was quite sure the relationship was over, in which 2012 mega hit from her album Red.
Pass.
Which 2002 Blink-182 song did Tom DeLonge write about the impact of his parents' divorce?
Stay Together for the Kids.
Correct. Taylor Swift was quite sure the relationship was over, in which 2012 mega hit from her album Red.
Damn it.
You need this one.
You do.
Together, My Taint.
You did get the category.
Remember that one.
We're in this together. No, it is We Are Never Ever Getting Back
That's right.
Together,
Stupid.
which means Joe 5-4
5-4.
runs the
Ah.
category and gets the win, even as we celebrate Woods' birthday.
I know that song.
You do know that one.
Yeah.
You don't know a lot of Taylor Swift, but
No,
I know
but
you know that one.
I like Dear John as well.
All of her songs are somewhat relationship focused.
I mean, not all of them, but
Most of them.
how do you know?
I don't know. I
Exactly. You just threw
gets
that
the
out.
sense
Yeah,
that
just
they
threw
are.
it out there.
When you say
Am I wrong about
most
this?
artists,
Most artists, yeah.
most artists' songs are relationship
focused.
Yeah.
focused.
I agree.
I'd say most of those songs were
Yes.
relationship focused.
They were. That's true. They were almost all relationship
Yeah,
focused.
what else are you going to write about? You know?
Sports.
Sports.
You know what?
That's why
I will give you that, Ben.
Huey
There's not
Lewis's
enough songs
album.
about sports.
Sports.
There's plenty. There's plenty. Center field. Then you get Bruce Springsteen talking about throwing speedballs by
Right,
it.
right.
Nobody's ever called it a speedball ever in any. I've never
Even
heard of
that song. Really isn't about sports.
Glory Days. Yeah, I've never heard of your coach go throw that speedball. That's a different thing entirely. A speedball.
The old number one.
The old number one. Just call it a fastball. He could throw that fastball by you, make you look like a fool, boy. Do that. I don't know why he did that, but no, we don't. We have.
Speedball.
I don't want to hear some guy write a song about golf. I don't.
No.
There's like fishing songs that are okay. I'm trying to think what sports. I don't need football songs.
I don't even know what that sounds like.
I don't either. It sounds hokey. I think.
Basketball Johns.
Yeah, Huey Lewis has the whole album called Sports.
I
Yeah.
love that
And
album.
you love that album.
Technically, not a lot of the songs are about sports.
What
though.
came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it I really like Huey Lewis or I like the name of this
It
album?
really just all came together in one crescendo for me.
It just all lined up.
Really, one of my favorite albums of all time
It's
is
brilliant.
Huey Lewis Sports.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Is Heart and Soul on there?
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
love
on
that song. Love it. Hot Lovin' Every Night. We talked about this yesterday, Ben and I, when we were waiting for the elevator, about how in the 80s, all these songs our parents let us listen to. They're like, oh, this is good, wholesome, clean fun. Like this is Huey Lewis, but he's saying hot lovin' every night. You know, they were very dirty, but they were sly about it.
Yeah, I mean, when we say songs are about relationships, they're really about sex. A lot of songs.
They are. They really
Is
are.
what they're about. If you listen to the lyrics with a fine ear.
Yes, that's exactly right. Did you want to share the one that you had or no? Or are you afraid to say it on the radio?
I don't know. It's
Can
just,
you say it?
Well, the song was Miracles by Jefferson Starship.
Which I heard when I was a kid a billion times. My parent, you crank it up. Oh, Miracles by Jefferson Starship. But there's a couple of lines in there where you read it, you listen to it and go, oh, you're talking about that.
Like, do you want me to read the lyric? Yeah, all right, fine.
I kind of do, but I'm also kind of nervous.
I see you and I have but one heart. Only our bodies were apart. It's making me crazy. That was so easy, so easy. I had a taste of the real world, just a drop of it. When I went down on you, girl.
Oh my
no stopping
God.
it.
Oh my God. Oh
It's just the song lyrics. I mean,
my.
you can't sing the
That
song.
might be worse than any rap lyric
I
I've
know.
ever sang.
I started to swear.
Oof.
It's right there in the 75 Euros born.
Yeah.
That's just what's playing on the radio.
And your parents would be like, oh, hell yeah. And they
playing that on the radio.
If only you believe, I gotta believe in miracles.
So would I.
Loogie says, wow, good morning, San Diego. Indeed, a very very good morning.
Good thing Adam's on vacation, man.
Oh, I know. I wonder how he's doing
Across the country, yeah.
I mean, he's in Florida, and he's still texting us incessantly throughout the day, but not like it's like, here's this sports story. And I wrote back finally, I go on vacation.
Right.
And he said, no days off.
I'd prefer if he said, like, hey, check us out at the beach or something.
Yeah,
like, here's what we're doing.
That's what I want to see.
If I hear from him at all, I want to just enjoy your vacation. And he's
Please.
like, did you hear this story about Clayton Kershaw? We're like, yeah, we saw it.
I can't really have a problem with it. It is literally played on the radio all the time.
All
It's
the
been played
time.
millions of times. So you can say it on the radio.
Did you save that whole clip, Paul?
I will.
All right. Thank you.
All right. By the way, speaking of turning 50 and starting to think about your life's accomplishments, there was a press conference this week with Scotty Scheffler. And if you're thinking this is about golf, it really doesn't have anything to do with golf at all. It almost made me sad.
Me too.
But also like impressed with Scotty Scheffler with what he had to say. If you missed it, we're going to play some of that coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, we were just talking about miracles, and I wouldn't go so far as to say QC Kinetics are miracle workers, but they certainly changed my life, kept me out of the operating room, as it were. When my wrists went south, didn't know what had happened to them. They just started hurting. They were painful to the touch. I couldn't do anything. Couldn't swing a bat, swing a golf club, lift up my children. I went in to get the free complimentary consultation and got the treatments, changed my life forever. In the gym, playing ball, doing all those things, feeling great at almost 50 years old. Right now, QC Kinetics also offering free laser treatments all through July. So you got a couple weeks left. Give them a call. They will give it to you when you book your complimentary consultation. And it's really cool. It helps decrease the pain, calm the inflammation, and increase your range of motion. They will also review x-rays or MRIs as well. Their goal is to keep you out of that operating room. Don't go under the knife. If you got pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or back, they used advanced regenerative therapies like platelet-rich plasma, PRP. You've heard of it before. A lot of athletes do it. Cellular treatments that target the problem at its source. Get a second opinion from QC Kinetics right now. You got nothing to lose. And again, a free laser treatment to gain. Highly recommended. 619-614-PAIN. 619-614-PAIN. Once again, 619-614-PAIN. They're taking they got appointments available right now at Torrey Hills and Hillcrest. Check them out for yourself. It's QC Kinetics.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Well, did you know fact? Did you know that just in the last 2 years of All-Star games, there have been 25 current or former Padres
Pretty nuts, man.
in the games? And I thought I knew all of them. And then I realized I was missing one. So the 5 current Padres who were at the game last night were joined by 7 players who have either been San Diego Padres or in the Padres organization. And there was one that caught me by surprise last night. So last night, the Brewers closer, Trevor McGill, I did not remember that he was a Padres minor leaguer. Played with Fernando Tatis Jr. at AA San Antonio, was drafted by the Padres in the 7th round in 2015, had Tommy John surgery, so then missed 2016, and then rose up in through the system. But in 2019, I believe, he was taken in the Rule 5 draft during the winter meetings by the Chicago Cubs, and then bounced around for a couple of years before ending up with the Milwaukee Brewers. But another A.J. Preller draft pick who ended up in the All-Star game.
I don't know if I'm supposed to feel good or bad about that, honestly. Obviously he has a keen eye for talent, man. But yeah, you look around last night, you're like, oh, there's Andres Munoz. Like, yeah, some of those hurt. Some of those hurt for sure. I think every team's got them. Every team's got that guy that you let get away. And I had forgotten O'Neal Cruz was a Dodger prospect that was traded for Tony Watson for a playoff run. And yeah, I mean, O'Neal Cruz is a lot of raw talent, man. A lot of raw talent. You kind of wonder what he could have turned into. He's still a good player. He's an all-star. Was he an all-star? Or they just have him in the Derby.
He was.
Yeah. And you wonder, if he's in the Dodger system, like, what does that guy turn into? So everybody's got him. I don't know that anybody's got more than AJ though. And
yesterday he had McGill, Andres Munoz. That was definitely one that got away.
James Wood,
of course, Mackenzie Gore, James Wood. Yep. Max Fried of the Yankees. I don't think AJ drafted him. He was a previous Padre. Josh Hader and Brent Rooker.
Yeah.
Very short time Padre, but was there as well. And that 2018 AA San Antonio team that featured Trevor McGill and Fernando Tatis Jr. also featured Munoz, featured Ty France, who made an all-star team. Josh Naylor, of course, who's been to the all-star game as well. David Bednar, all-star a couple of times with the Pirates, was in the Padres system. Yeah, Fernando Tatis Jr. was quoted in this piece from Kevin Acee. Said of AJ, yeah, good job by AJ drafting half the league, half of MLB.
I wonder too, and I think I saw Padres Twitter account yesterday tweeting something about the amount of Preller draft picks that are in the league currently, and it was like 53 or something. I think the Dodgers had 55, so I think they were right behind that. And I hope I'm not butchering that information, but I think it probably makes other GMs, Ben, more willing to deal with AJ Preller. Knowing what a good scout he is. You don't feel like sometimes you get absolutely duped as a GM, and sometimes you feel like you fleeced them and nobody really knows till 10 years down the line. But, if you're seeing a bunch of AJ Preller's draft picks reach the big leagues, that's the ultimate goal. And I think, it makes it.
It's a good point, because I'd imagine that when you're, talking trade and you're scouting another team's minor league system, you're never going to know those minor leaguers as well as their own GM knows them, who's seen them, countless times in spring training, in the minor leagues. Their coaches have constant reports on these guys, and all you have are a couple of your scouts who have caught him, at a few games, and I've seen what he's done, but you don't know them like their own organizations know them. So you're constantly wondering, are they offering me this guy because they don't believe in him?
Right.
Am I on the right guy? But with AJ, I guess you do feel fairly comfortable that most of the guys, there's a reason they're in the Padres system, and it's probably because they are loaded with a lot of talent and, a lot of potential. And guys like the fired Mike Rizzo have done really well in dealing with AJ and picking up some of those minor league talents.
Yeah, I wonder who the GM this year is going to be that AJ Preller finally finds a partnership with. And because, again, we've talked ad nauseum about how much help this team needs, and would love to see it, man. You already, mentioned the Adam Frazier. It's not it's not a blockbuster deal by any stretch, but there are teams looking to improve. The Kansas City Royals, in their opinion, and think they improved today, at least improve their bench by getting Adam Frazier. And hopefully it starts to crank up.
There's one other guy whose name keeps getting thrown out there. And like a year ago, I would have thought, are you on drugs?
I think I know where you're
Why
going
are you
here.
putting this guy's name out there? There's no chance they ever trade him.
Right.
It's Adley Rutschman
for
Baltimore. Now, Baltimore, by the way, they drafted not one, but two catchers in the first round of the draft this year. And so, are those guys going to be here next season? Of course not. They're years down the road. But a lot of Baltimore fans are probably asking, is Adley's future in Baltimore in jeopardy when I think three of their top prospects are all catcher prospects?
He's certainly having a down season.
What has happened to Adley Rutschman?
Hitting 227, just 8 homers. His OPS plus is 97, so slightly below average offensively. Still, 1.4 WAR is
much really good at defense.
So much better than what the Padres have.
Not really good, but good. Yeah,
have gotten from their catching core combined this year. Just 20 runs batted in. It's been a tough season, obviously, for Adley Rutschman, but he's a 2-time All-Star. 5.4 WAR in 2022, 4.3 in 2023, 3.4. The trend has been downward since 2022. If that's of concern, finished 12th in MVP voting, 9th the next year. I mean, do they see some reason to want to move on or give up from him? I guess that would be your concern if you're looking in from another organization.
Yeah.
What's his contract? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think he's making like 5.5 this year, and then he's
arbitration.
Arb the next
2 more
2
Arb
years.
eligible years, so you'd have 2 years of control.
Yeah, if you could do that, I think you do that.
Sell high though. I mean, the Orioles think they're selling high and fleecing.
They're not. They're selling.
They're
low.
selling lower than they would have.
But I mean, the fact that, like as Paul said, you're just so incredulous that they'd even think of trading him. They're going to ask for a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, as they should. I mean, again, he's having a down year, but again, he's what did you say, 1.5?
Yeah,
1.5 WAR player.
1.4, yeah,
1.4.
That's halfway through the year. So,
but and you look at what we have. Auto upgrade, immediate. I think even Schulte would be
a 2 to 3 WAR catcher at the end of the season. I mean, how much better would that make this team right now?
Yep.
Quite a bit better.
Yeah, where are they in the standings too? Baltimore.
Fourth.
They're fourth in the standings.
They're still a little They even for the American League, they're a little far out to be
Yeah.
considered.
Oh, they're 7.5 games back of the wild card, but
so many teams ahead of them, though.
they're third to last. Yeah, in the American League.
Okay.
All right, I want to check traffic.
That's a dream.
When we come back, I want to play this audio from Scotty Scheffler as he gets ready for the Open Championship. Made me think of like Kyle Schwarber last night. Like, how much satisfaction do you get out of big moments and winning? Because for Scotty, not that much. It's kind of interesting. We'll get to that next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the Oceanside Police Department, now hiring public safety dispatchers. Not too bad of a ride out here, guys. Just this one problem in the North County. It's a collision on eastbound 78 near Nordall Road. It's over the right shoulder. Oh, and I also want to mention the situation in Vista. Still going to find that closure along East Vista Way from Sarah Drive to Warmlands Avenue till about noon today. Yeah, this is all due to an accident that happened late last night that knocked down some power poles. So yeah, just try and avoid that area. Again, that's East Vista Way from Sarah Drive to Warmlands Avenue. The Oceanside Police Department is hiring public safety dispatchers. Earn up to $87,000 a year. Lateral bonuses up to $11,000. 12-hour shifts, 3-day work weeks, paid holidays, benefits, and retirement. Where do I sign up? Oh, you can apply at joinopd.net. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So Scotty Scheffler is the best golfer on the planet. I don't think that's a fairly universal opinion among people who cover the sport of golf. Think how rare it is to be the very best thing at what you do.
Right.
I mean, I'm a good radio and television host. I'll never be the best one on the planet. I can't even really dream of being the best one on the planet. No matter how hard I worked at it. But he has put in the work to become truly the best of the best at what he does. So you'd think that guy, I mean, made a lot of money. He's got a good family. He's got a good kid. The happiness must just be constant for him. And he was asked about his successes before the Open Championship. And I don't think anyone really saw the direction that this comment was going at his press conference, big press conference, although, the British media there. And it was one of the late questions. And he just started talking, and we're going to play a chunk of it for you. But
yeah, it's like 6 minutes long.
We're not going to play the whole thing. But it does make you think about what we're all chasing in our lives and what truly will make us satisfied and happy at the end of the day.
It feels like you work your whole life to celebrate winning a tournament for like a few minutes. It only lasts a few minutes, that kind of euphoric feeling. And I like to win the Byron Nelson Championship at home. I literally worked my entire life to become good at golf, to have an opportunity to win that tournament. And you win it, you celebrate, get to hug my family, my sister's there. It's such an amazing moment. And then it's like, okay, now what are we going to eat for dinner? Is it great to be able to win tournaments and to accomplish the things I have in the game of golf? Yeah. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes just to think about, because it's literally worked my entire life to become good at the sport, and to have that kind of sense of accomplishment, I think is a pretty cool feeling. It's fulfilling from the sense of accomplishment, but it's not fulfilling from a sense of like the deepest, places of your heart. There's a lot of people that make it to what they thought was going to fulfill them in life. And then you get there and all of a sudden you get to #1 in the world, and then they're like, what's the point? And, I really do believe that, because, what is the point? You're like, why do I want to win this tournament so bad? That's something that I wrestle with on a daily basis. I'm kind of a sicko. I love putting in the work. I love being able to practice. I love getting out to live out my dreams. But at the end of the day, sometimes I just don't understand the point. I love the challenge. I love being able to play this game for a living. It's one of the greatest joys of my life, but does it fill the deepest, wants and desires of my heart? Absolutely not. I love being a father. I love being able to take care of my son. I love being able to provide for my family out here playing golf. And, every day when I wake up early to go put in the work, my wife thanks me for going out and working so hard. And when I get home, I try and thank her every day for taking care of our son. It's just, that's why I talk about families being my priority, because it really is. I'm blessed to be able to come out here and play golf, but if my golf ever started affecting my home life, or it ever affected the relationship I have with my wife or with my son, that's going to be the last day that I play out here for a living. I would much rather be a great father than I would be a great golfer.
Wow,
so,
man.
Scotty, okay?
Nietzsche. He's been reading a lot of Nietzsche at this point. It's a really good perspective. At the end of the day, it is a great perspective.
I think he's being a little hard on himself.
I do too, man. It's okay.
Because you can be a good dad and a good husband, and
Yeah.
also provide and work hard and provide for your family. And I would think kids ultimately, like if my dad was the number one golfer in the world, I'd want him to pursue that, to do that. And that's a big part of what he would be. If I was Scotty Scheffler's kid, I wouldn't want to be like, I want you to be a good dad, but I don't want you to give up being the number one golfer in the world because you think.
No, I bet you would.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I bet you Tiger's kids wished he was around more when he, the greats, Michael Jordan's kids. I bet all of them. I mean, there's a sacrifice that goes with it. And to have that balance that he has is one thing that everybody wants to attain. I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me, the balance of, and I can certainly relate to my job affecting my home life, and it freaked me out when it did, and it was that time I was on Twitter and was getting into it with somebody, and I snapped so hard at my son, and I go, well, that's not what you do.
But you knew that wasn't making you better by being on Twitter. Like Scotty going out and practicing and working hard is helping him and making him great at what he does.
Yeah,
which helps him provide for his family. I mean, obviously he has enough to provide forever if he wanted. If he stepped away from golf today, he could do that.
It is a really centered perspective. It really is centered, and I'm actually a little jealous of it. To be honest, it's really, really good.
All right, we got 1 hour left. Woodsy's got another surprise still to come.
Oh, boy.
Paulie's got a Reindl Report. Don't go away. Ben and Woods continuing on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Scotty really got me thinking there as he talked about the futile pursuit of happiness and how fleeting it is and what really gives him satisfaction in his golf career. Welcome back. Final hour of Ben and Woods here on a Wednesday. Final hour. We've got Woods in this country.
Yes.
With us until next week, next Tuesday, when he's back from Manchester and Oasis. But what I wanted to ask both of you, because I know the answer for myself. If it's not happiness, what emotion are you chasing the most?
Ooh, that's a really good
Love,
question.
joy. Some people are thrill seekers. They want excitement. None of those are the answer for me.
Experience.
Experience
and peace. You know, and
peace.
Peace.
That's a big one.
Peace is a big one.
I was going to say comfort. So I'd put that in with peace.
Yeah. Okay. So we're kind of on the same lines because mine would be kind of relief.
Relief.
Yeah. Like if something's hanging over my head.
Yes.
The feeling of getting
Stroganoff.
out from. No, not that kind of relief. No.
One final kill shot before I leave the country.
I mean, when you have something that you've been worried about and whatever when you get through it and you accomplish it successfully, that it's not necessarily happiness, but knowing that you got it done and the relief of having it behind you. I don't know. That's the one that I kind of look forward to the most. Getting through work, getting through your day.
But it never ends, though. That,
it doesn't. It's
you're
just
constantly chasing
new goalposts every single day.
Every day.
That's life. But
no, and it's funny. I thought about it when I answered experience, because look, at the end of the day, guys, I spent a lot of money on this trip for myself. It's very selfish behavior when you have kids and a family, bar none. I'm fully admitting it. I'm leaving my family for 5 days to go. My wife is got to take care of the kids. Massively selfish, massively.
But you don't want to feel bad about that.
No,
trip.
And she has not made me. No, she's been so supportive and rad through the whole thing. She's like, "Oh, I'm so excited for you." Like, that's a dream. But you do wrestle with that. But when I said chasing experience, when my kids are older, I want that for them. I want them to go buy the ticket. Don't sit on it. If there's something you want to do, now you can't do every single thing you want to do when you want to do it. And believe it or not, I am a little bit discerning about some things. But like an example like this, I'm like, I want to experience this thing for sure. I want to experience this. And, I'll live with the minute amount of guilt that I feel.
I think what Scotty was ultimately getting at is that life has to be about balance.
Yeah.
You can't be all about one thing, whether it's your career, whether it's your pursuit of your own goals. You'll never really find what you're looking for that way.
Yeah.
You have to be able to balance kind of everything. Steve in the chat says peace of mind.
Yes.
That's a great way to phrase it.
No doubt. It's
looking for the peace of mind. You'll never you'll never get there completely. You'll never make all the right decisions, but I think you want to have that feeling like you're on the right track, that you are headed in the right direction, as Steve put it, that peace of mind.
Yeah, and it comes in different forms, I think, for different people. Some people, financial peace of mind is one thing. Peace of mind that everybody's taken care of. That stuff is invaluable. And I think, while it did kind of make me sad hearing about Scotty, or when he was talking, I think ultimately it's a really good thing, because he's right. I mean, think about the fleeting, like, okay, Padres have never won a World Series, right? They're going to win the World Series. Manny Machado gets to celebrate about 4 hours. And then you're like, all right, like he said, all right, what's for dinner? Where are we going? How are the kids? Is everything okay? What do we look like next year? And it's fun and it's rad. And it's like, to be able to celebrate that would be
great problem to have.
Great problem to have. But like, all right, now can you do it again? Do I need to chase this again? And you can see why guys that win a lot, that's why the greats are the greats, because one wasn't enough. 2 wasn't enough. 3 isn't enough. The Tom Brady's, the Jordans, the LeBrons, whatever. Mm-hmm. They're like not satisfied. I don't think that's healthy. I think it's cool. It's great, but I don't think it's healthy.
How many of the greats have the balance that Scotty is looking for?
Like
Tiger,
like almost
Tom Brady,
none of
Michael
them.
Jordan,
right?
You don't really associate any of those 3 with having the great personal,
like
professional
tortured, yes,
balance.
I would
correct.
say LeBron James, for current players,
Pretty
he
good.
seems like a pretty
Pretty solid.
good
Yep.
dad, a really good dad,
Yep,
and he seems
husband.
present with the family. But it's hard to name anybody else that's on that level of superstardom and on the same level of being, grounded and with their family. Like Kobe had it after his playing career,
Yeah.
but not really during his playing
Well,
career.
I'll tell
He
you,
just
man.
had to practice and work out and win.
I think I've said this before. We've had Jeff Pearlman on the show many times.
Yep.
Jeff Pearlman is doing something right now. He's an author. He wrote for Sports Illustrated for many years. He's wrote several books. I am beyond obsessed with his new podcast that he's doing. And I listened to one on Barry Bonds yesterday. It was about a 25-minute Barry Bonds, and it talks about being the greatest. Like, he's the greatest hitter I've ever seen. I think many people in the audience love him or hate him. He's the best I've ever seen in my time. He talks about at what cost, the sacrifice, the terrible human that he was, like terrible a-hole, not only like aloof and standoffish, literally mean and vile and evil and vicious. Like, the stories that Jeff tells, you're like, there's no way. There's no way he told that guy to go F himself when he was needing an autograph to raise for charity. Like, there's no way. And it's all true, and it's called the Press Box Chronicles. It is unbelievable content. I like what we do for a living. He smokes us, Ben. I mean, it is unbelievable.
He's one of the best sports writers out there
no
right now.
question.
And he's a local guy. We've had him on the show plenty of times.
Bro.
I am working on getting him in. Like, I don't want it it's like not for a segment.
No, you
not
need him
even for 2. I'm like, bro, I need like minimum 2 hours.
Need 2 hours.
His story time with Jeff Pearlman it will be appointment listening.
He did.
He's so good.
I'm going to download like 40 of them for the flight. He told the story about John Rocker. He retold the story about Rocker because he wrote that article. Oh my God. I mean, it's the best content going, period. The end. But, talking about Barry and being the best and at what cost, Andy Van Slyke, his teammate, said, quote, "We would rather lose without him than win with him." What kind of butthole do you have to be for them to say, we'd rather you be gone and never win a game again? You're the worst of the worst when your own team is like, we don't want you. He was voted off the Arizona State baseball team almost unanimously. The coach called their bluff. He goes, "You guys don't want Barry here? Put it to a vote." Came back. They go, "All right, we voted him out." He goes, "Was it unanimous?" He goes, "No, 2 guys said to keep him." He goes, "Oh, if it's not unanimous, we have to keep him." He called their bluff, and the guy, he caved. That's what a turd that guy was.
It's like, all right, we're going to do a family vote, but your mother and I are going to make the final decision. Why are we voting
count a
again?
little extra though? Yeah,
That's exactly. I can overrule you at
that's
any
not
time.
how voting works.
That's not how voting
Like
works.
you, Hannah, Bo, and Taylor.
Yeah.
It's a 4-person vote, except your guys' votes count for 2.
Correct. So I'm going to sway it in my chance every time. But yeah, it's just those guys, man, that are the best at what they do. Many times they're searching for that thing, and it sounds like Scotty's not. And I think that's so healthy.
If you are driven and that is what you want to be your focus, it's your life. Make that choice, but remember the consequences for the other people. Do you have a family? Are you taking advantage of other people in your climb to where you want to get to be great, or is it simply on your own? If that's what you want, great. And then when you get there, are you finding the satisfaction or the happiness or the enjoyment that you thought you would? Or are you still the same miserable person?
Yeah.
Now just has some championships and some accomplishments, but you're fundamentally still the same miserable, unhappy person you were as you were making the climb.
Very existential discussion. And it was a very kind of unprompted 6-minute answer by Scotty Scheffler. And I think, there are probably some people out there that were like, that's loser mentality. And I'm like, all right, I mean, you can think what you want. The guy wins like crazy. And I thought it was really, really good.
It's very easy to look at someone else's life and say, that would make me happy.
Correct.
That would make me happy.
Correct.
But I think the reality is that everybody's life comes with the same or at least similar challenges to find that satisfaction and happiness.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's the getting to number one. And then he's like, all right, well, what's the point? It's like, well, the point is this is what you've been working your butt off for your entire life. But I think it's a really healthy perspective from Scotty. I thought that was really good audio. Really good stuff.
It's nice to be heralded by other people for your accomplishments. Feels good when Tier 1 say how much they love the show. It feels good when the ratings are good and we're doing well. But ultimately, does it define you, Woods, as a person? Does it define me or Paul as a person?
It used to. I think it used to. And then, the older I get, I don't want to say the less I care, but the less it.
The problem
affects
is
me.
that when that's what you're chasing, and I think a lot of us think, Scotty probably, I want to be a top golfer because I'm going to win a bunch of tournaments. People
a lot of money.
Love me and say I'm a great golfer and win a lot of money. But ultimately, when you let other people dictate whether you're doing a good job with your life. Yeah. Ben's doing a good job. He's good at what he does. He's doing a good job. That means you're letting the critics also define you. You can't, if you let other people define you, then everyone's going to define you.
Right.
You can't escape that.
Right. You got to be comfortable in your own skin. Yeah, for sure. That's good stuff, man. Love Scotty Scheffler, and he is a boring champion. I'm going to say that. He always has been a boring champion, but he's a very centered champion.
Honestly, he may be more boring than I am.
He might be. You know what? Based on recent events and trips we've taken together, he is more boring than you. There is no question.
And somehow he got arrested at the PGA Championship last year, which was wild.
Is that next in the cards for you?
It's wild.
You in handcuffs in that sense would be
kind of need. I kind of need to see it.
It would actually break my heart to see Ben scared and having to go and get booked for something dumb.
Yeah,
knowing he's only going to be in there a couple hours. The thought of him riding in the back of that cop car going, "This is it. It's over."
Right. Oh, I mean, what was Scotty thinking? I mean, think about that.
I got a Jersey Mike's here.
Think about the most successful, boring person you can imagine.
You're in the cop car going, "Oh, look at that, Dutch Brothers, that's crazy. Oh, look at that,
Pacific Coast Highway."
Peace.
I mean, he didn't know how it would turn out. Where it ended up, everyone's going like, "Yeah, cops made a giant mistake," and we're sorry, Scotty. We apologize.
Yeah,
he didn't know.
He had to go to jail.
He might have thought, "What if I actually did something wrong and I'm going to prison for the next 5 years?"
Right.
Someone who's never really done anything wrong in his life, and he's going like, "I was just trying to get to work. I really didn't know what was going on."
What did he do again? He cut around.
He had two different. He was trying to get to the tournament. There was an accident. The road was blocked. He was trying to get to his tee time, and one cop was telling him to go one way, and another cop was telling him to go another way, and he couldn't follow both of them. And when he started going the other way, the one cop who was like defying tried to grab onto his car and got like dragged along.
That's right. Yeah, he thought assault.
Yeah,
assault of a police officer. 100%. Elisa says, she said, where'd she say? Oh, Ben's been in handcuffs before. I'd bet my life on it. I'm with you. I agree fully, but not in the backseat of a police car. 100%.
Adam says it would make major headlines here in San Diego if Ben was arrested. I'd be horrified. Channel 10 would have to report on me.
You with the black eye and you're, in handcuffs.
Mugshot.
Yeah, the mugshot.
Wow, that would do wonders on our merch store, though.
It would. Oh God, the mugshot picture. We need to do a fake one.
Smiling?
We need to do a fake one, actually. Let me blacken your eye real quick, just for the picture. I think it would be great. Yeah, it's really fascinating stuff.
All right, we got a couple more segments left, including a surprise for Woods and a Reindl Report still ahead. Don't go away. Ben and Woods continuing on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
One thing you do not want to do during the summer is have to drive an hour into the hottest parts of San Diego just to play cards. Why would you go that far when you can make a very short drive down the 5 freeway to Chula Vista to find 7 Mile Casino right there on the west side, Bay Boulevard, overlooking San Diego Bay?
That's right, man. Just 7 minutes from our beloved Petco Park. And it's on the break right now. Good time to get down there, play some cards, some California style blackjack, some Texas Hold'em, some Pai Gow, some Baccarat. They got it all for you. Great food too.
And it's available 24/7. The 24/7 players menu, one of the few spots in San Diego where you can get a meal any time of the day. I always think about the overnight shifters getting off, 5, 6 a.m. Don't want to go right to bed. You can go to 7 Mile Casino, have dinner, play some cards, and then, go on with your day. It is open 24/7. Sammy's has got those great options, or you can enjoy their patio or their weekend brunch Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Best in the South County. Check it out this weekend at Sammy's at 7 Mile, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Thinking about Padres players whose vacation is already coming to an end. It goes real fast.
It does.
I mean, it's Wednesday.
Yep.
They were off since Sunday afternoon, but tomorrow, I imagine they got to meet at Petco Park, get on a bus, get on a plane for Lindbergh Field, and then fly over to Washington, D.C. to open a 3-game series against the Nationals. So they're kind of wrapping it up today and going, okay, we got a couple more months here to get to the end. Hopefully like 3 more months if everything goes really, really well. But
the 5 All-Stars, they just chilling on the East Coast.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Hey, let's take a quick flight down to Florida or something.
Yeah,
like
go to Miami,
family vacation for a
Manny.
couple of days.
Yeah.
Because that's you don't want it. You're not flying to Atlanta.
That's a good point.
Flying back to San Diego, then flying back to DC all within like 5 days.
24-hour period. Yeah. Find somewhere comfortable down there for a day and a half.
Hey, babe, let's go to DC and do some sightseeing while we're here, seeing as how we play the Nationals next.
All right, kids, we're going to hang out in Atlanta.
Atlanta, yes. I mean, yeah, you want to keep it as easy as you can. 66 games to go on the regular season. Every one of them is going to be excruciating. Strap in. It's coming.
And then Padres will continue their road trip. It's a 10-game trip, right, to start the second half. So we won't see them at home.
They're not here till the 28th or something?
Yeah, near the end of July before we see them again. So, yeah, they go 3 for the Washington Nationals, and then 3 in Miami against the Marlins, and then 4 in St. Louis.
So they're in Atlanta. Well, the All-Stars are. But the guys go up to DC,
back
down to Miami, and then to
Midwest to St. Louis.
Okay. All right. That's not ideal, but you do what you got to do in the course of a baseball season. 10-game road trip. All right. 5-5.
No days off all the way through.
Actually, 7-3 is what you need.
7-3 would be a terrific start.
No doubt. Those are 2 good teams and one that's playing better than they should in the Marlins. but you can handle them. You're
Well, that's the thing. You want to continue to beat up on the below 500
Correct.
teams, which you can do in the first 2 series.
Correct.
But the important one, the really big one, 4 against the Cardinals,
That's
a
huge.
team that is fighting for one of those wild card spots. So you want to make sure you get at least 2 of those.
God, I wish we were playing them first.
Just kind of get it out of the way.
Yeah.
But, if you build up a little cushion and you can win 4 or 5 of the first 6, and then, then all you have to do is split in St. Louis. You have a really good road trip at that point.
Amazing.
But, starts Friday, 3:45. First pitch here in San Diego against the Washington Nationals. I have not seen any of the pitching matchups yet for the series. So, all right, we've got a little bit of a surprise. So,
time.
come on in. Welcome.
Look at you
We
guys.
got Chef Phil from the San Diego Padres.
We got a fan here. We had a fan.
And Chris Connolly, Vice President with the San Diego Padres, who wanted to
my
present a little birthday gift for Woods. He talks about it incessantly
Come on.
the air. His favorite new menu item at Petco Park. And you can't have a birthday celebration without some sort of dessert. And it's a little early for a birthday cake or a pie. So, Woods, show everybody what you got. It's not just the little helmet.
It's
We've got the big helmet full of the banana
Some candles,
pudding
Oh
with
my
the
God.
vanilla wafer cookies.
It's
and
unbelievable.
The candles. Did we light the candles, or are we just going to put them in for
I'll just
decoration?
fake.
Blow it out. Blow out the
There we
candles.
go. We did it. It's theater of the mind. It's radio.
You always talk about a trough of banana
This
pudding.
is a trough, truly. Man, you guys, what you created here. We were in Philly, and when we went to Reading Central Market, there was this big, famous banana pudding place, right? And, you got to try their banana pudding. It's like reviewed. So I got some. I love banana pudding. I took a bite. I go, it's not as good. It's not even close.
Yeah,
what you guys
that was
have
the first
made.
thing he said. I go,
I did.
it was voted like the best dessert in all of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And he goes, not even close to the one at Petco
It's
Park.
not. It's not even close. Chef
great.
Phil
Here we go, San Diego.
is incredible.
So,
man.
without giving out too many secrets, what's the recipe behind the banana
Can't
pudding
give out
here?
too much.
Don't
Yeah.
give me your
Can't
secret,
out
but give me
too
the
much.
recipe.
We got
Yeah.
a little hazelnut dust on the top, and that's all I could really
Okay.
say after that.
Okay.
No, it's definitely a great item. It's something that we didn't expect this season.
Well, so the crazy thing is I've gone, when I go to the games. So now I know where to go to get it. I know I need to be there about 2 hours before first pitch. I mean, as soon as they let you in the door, walk in to Seaside, you see people, and there's a case, and it's like whatever's in the case is what we have. I mean, and every single person's like, give me that one. I'll take banana pudding. And I'm sitting there like biting my nails, so I'm like doing the math. I'm like, there's 14 left. There's 12 people in line. I think I'm good every time. It is just spectacular. And I have not had one person, because I've been overselling it like crazy. Not overselling. I've been selling it. Not one person. Some people are like, dude, I know you embellish things. Then I tried it, and it brought me to my knees. I said, it is really, really an elite dessert. You crushed it.
Oh, thank you.
You're not charging enough for it. I mean, it's expensive. But you're not charging enough. You could charge double, and I would pay it because it's
people
that
in the chat are very jealous of Woods right now.
Happy birthday.
man,
Thank you
sure.
guys so
birthday.
much, man. I appreciate
I'm
it.
going to get a bite of that stuff.
Such an incredible.
Chef Phil with the Padres is here, brought in along with Chris Connolly of the Padres. So, has the banana pudding been the best received new item, or what other other things?
It's got the most hype right now.
Okay.
You're welcome, everybody. Jeez,
Yeah, it's got the
so
most hype.
good.
What about that Baja lobster roll? That's
That's
kinda
fantastic,
The lobster
too.
taken
roll's
on the life
trending.
of
It's
its own.
trending. You're on social media, you're on different platforms. You see a lot of influencers getting some content on it, and it's great. We got a new Santa Maria grill out there in Powell Alley at the Pacifico Market, and we're doing some live wood fire cooking, lobster tails, brioche bun, San Diego sun. What more can you ask for?
That's another one, Woods, where they're going to get the lobster tail before the game even starts.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the pudding.
Yeah, they're not trying to get it out, get what you want, and it's definitely worth the wait, it's worth the money, it's worth all of it.
So that's a thing. We were just talking about Scotty Scheffler and finding satisfaction. Chef Phil,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you define success? Because now there's bloggers all the time, and you'll see them. They'll film themselves eating the latest menu item. I'm at Petco Park, and I got the banana pudding here, and they'll give you their reviews. You must see some of those sometimes.
I do. It takes a lot of brain work. But we got a great culinary team, great front of the house team, and what can I say? We're all foodies.
Yeah.
We do a lot of R&D. We see what's trending out there, things that the fans are relatable to, and what represents San Diego well.
I mean,
I got to give it up to the team on this one.
I didn't know. I mean, when I think San Diego, I don't think banana pudding, but I do now. I absolutely do now. I think you put us on the banana pudding map in the country, because I had a buddy who's a Dodger fan, and he texted me. He's like, I'm going to Petco. And I said, first of all, tell me you're not in full gear. He goes, no, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to wear full gear. The Dodgers aren't playing. He goes, what do I need to get? I go get the banana pudding. I said, it will make you weak. About 3 hours later, he texts me. He goes, oh, my God. I can't even believe it. He goes, I still have some left in my mustache. It's so good. You guys knocked it out of the park with this thing. And we need to go to break in about a minute so that I can go get the spoon.
Start eating.
And start eating.
Yeah.
This thing.
Let's
It
see.
is
Lobster rolls,
unbelievable.
delicious, is posted up down low. A lot of people talking about the Berea egg rolls. Are those still?
Yeah,
on
beer
the
egg
menu?
rolls.
Yeah.
They started in the draft last season, and now they're widespread throughout the concessions area, or in-seat locations too. So those are still trending around the ballpark as well.
Are you going to get spoons? Oh, he's got us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, both of you.
Does this give you satisfaction to watch somebody eat one of your creations?
Oh, there you go. Take big. You're not on camera,
It
Woods.
is.
Everyone
Oh,
wants to
absolutely.
see you on camera
We
enjoying.
got to get him a
right.
refrigerated carry-on.
I'll take
flight
another
or something.
bite.
Yeah, can you get through that TSA? Because I don't know that you'll be done with it by the time you get on your flight this afternoon.
This is unreal. It's just unreal. All of it. Thank you so much. And
Of course,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday.
It's
Thanks
for
for having us down.
it's the vat of banana pudding that
Yeah.
I have been dreaming of. Dreaming of.
Thank you, both of you, Chris, Chef Phil, and the Padres, and Eric Grupner for making Woodsy's birthday a little more special.
Thank you guys
as
so
well.
much. Means the world.
Thank you.
All right, we will take one last
Wow.
time out. We'll let Woodsy enjoy some of the banana pudding during the break. Paulie's got some headlines for the Reindl Report to wrap up the show and wrap up Woodsy's final show before his trip to Manchester, England. Don't go away. Ben and Woods continuing on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, slight delay in my banana pudding eating, but I wanted to tell you about the great people over at Sedano Ford. As you guys know, I've told you before, my grandfather worked at the Ford factory in Detroit. Ford builds it better. The blue oval is not just a logo, it's a legacy. Right now, Sedano Ford in La Mesa, honoring that legacy with their hot summer sale. Got a buck, get a truck. You can lease the all-electric 2025 Ford F-150 Lightning XLT, just $1 down, $327 a month. It's built tough, loaded, smart tech, ready to work or cruise silently along the street. Need classic Ford power? The F-150 STX Super Crew is ready to haul, tow, conquer your weekend. Just $239 a month. Or check out that amazing 2025 Bronco Big Ben. It is ready to go this summer, just $215 a month. From local and veteran-owned Sedano Ford in La Mesa, going to give you great customer service, great deal every time. For more details on these offers, again, go to SedanoFord.com.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Can't thank you guys enough for all of the birthday celebrations. You guys, Benny, Paulie, very special. Thank you. And the tier ones.
You deserve it, buddy.
Amazing. Thank you guys. I love you. Don't make me cry, damn. That's Champagne Supernova in the background. Like, oh my God. I'll lose it.
Now you can start planning my 50th birthday.
Your 50th.
No, I don't want anything. Don't make a big deal out of it.
Shut your pie.
I don't want any attention.
We may lose our FCC license on your 50th birthday. That's all I'm going to say.
See these windows behind me? They will be foiled and blacked out that day.
That show will not go out on YouTube.
Don't make me dread my 50th birthday, please.
Even the thought of you dreading it and being anxious about it is it's good enough.
I'm already thinking of the relief and peace of mind I will get after it's over and I don't have to stress about it anymore.
You know we're gonna do it right. You know we are gonna do it right. We forgot your birthday that year. It's one of the. I was thinking about it this morning driving in.
Yes.
It's one of the simultaneously one of the best and worst days of our career. Like it was
awful.
It's such a crappy, terrible thing that we did, Paulie. But I'll never forget him looking at me, about to do a tease and go, well,
it was about 8:15.
It's about 8:15, 2 hours and 15 minutes goes in, and he looks and he goes, coming up next, I've got something to bring up, but I don't know if it's going to be awkward or not. And what the hell is he talking about? Why is he going out on a limb here?
And then he went to a live read for like SD Fat Loss.
Yeah.
Because you and I were both looking at each other like, what the F is he talking about?
What is he doing?
And then I called you over while he was still talking, doing his live read, and I go, is it his effing birthday today?
I hate it.
I felt lower than dirt.
Low.
It was. I felt so bad.
I didn't want you to feel bad. I had no intention.
I know you
of wanting
didn't,
you to
but
feel bad.
Trust me, I felt so bad.
I still feel bad about it.
I did.
So now that means that we have to go bigger. The production.
What
needs
does
to
it really mean? It's just another
another
trip
day
around the sun. I mean, it's just every day is just another day. It's to be celebrated.
For guys like you, that's probably the case. For guys like me who never thought they would see 50 is a little bit different. You knew you were hitting 50. You know you're hitting 80. You know you're going to be playing golf well into your 80s. I don't feel the same way. So I think it's a little bit different. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. As soon as
Rod says sounds like a member stream kind of show. for my birthday. I don't know, we
Potentially.
got to make it for everybody.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's gotta be
YouTube,
open for
YouTube's not
everybody.
going to be okay with what we got planned.
But hopefully, what day does his birthday fall on, Paulie? It's November 3rd, obviously. It's
Yeah,
November 3rd.
let me just go right to November 3rd because that's when his birthday is. Oh, would you look at that? It's a Monday.
A Monday. Oh, that means
Wow.
we have the whole weekend. We can come in over the weekend. We can set up the milking table. We can do all the stuff that we need to do. We can do all of it. Get the chains, the whips, the candles lit,
The
we are-
swings.
the swings. Oh my God! Get all the batteries replaced. We are set. Ben comes in. He's strapped to a wheel. What is going on?
Good morning, San Diego.
I just spin it, Paulie. Incredible. I can't wait.
Or if you just want to re-gift me something, that's fine too.
Here, I've got some banana pudding that I'd like you to have. I can't eat. I mean, it's so huge.
It is not. This isn't the novelty size.
No,
helmet.
that's like the special
No, this
trough.
is a real helmet of pudding.
It is so elite, man. Oh, it's good.
All right, we're gonna check traffic
This
when we
is
come
it.
back.
Have you gotten the shirt yet?
No, I have not.
We got to
but
get you the shirt.
I got to get the shirt for sure. The banana pudding shirt.
We will get the headlines for Paulie's Reindl Report to wrap things up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
San Diego freeway is winding down pretty nicely all around. We do have a crash at the clearing stage on southbound 67 past Slaughterhouse Canyon Road and a surface street closure in Vista. Yeah, traffic alert. East Vista Way is closed between Sarah Drive and Warmlands Avenue till about noon today. Some power poles got knocked down in a crash last night, so you want to avoid the area. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul. All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul. How you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah?
All right.
All right.
All right.
Happy Wednesday, gentlemen.
You too, buddy.
Happy early birthday again to Woodsy.
Thank you, pal.
Where to start here? Let's start in Major League Baseball. Had a interesting answer to a question from Pete Alonso.
I've grown. He's grown on me.
Yes,
I
he
really.
has.
I didn't like him years ago, and he's
You
really.
used to think of him along the lines of Max Muncy, and now
Yeah,
you've kind of changed your tune a little bit.
he's really grown on me.
He's not a bad guy.
Not at all. He's a total hardo, but he's like he's so harmless and he's so earnest, and I like that about him. And I feel like you would really like to play with him. I feel like he'd be a really good teammate. Like, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I can
You
see
good?
that.
And you're like, yeah, I'm good, Pete. How are you, man? I pictured him as like the old uncle smoking a cigarette, working on his car, like drinking a Natty Light. But now I feel like he's just a good dude.
I still don't know how I feel about the media day, whether it's the Super Bowl, the All-Star game, whatever, where like not fans, but anybody can get in there and ask the ridiculous questions. You see it all the time, especially on like Super Bowl media days. I can't stand it anymore. But somebody did ask Pete Alonso if you could change anything about the game of baseball, what would it be? Here is what the polar bear had to say.
If there's one rule I could change, I don't think people should get ejected after charging them out and fighting. So I think it should be hockey style. So no teams, no nothing, because that's when people can like seriously get hurt. So I think there's a rule. If you want to go out and charge them out, then you should be able to. But if the pitcher or hitter or whoever charges, and if they don't want to fight, they take a knee, and then they don't have to fight. If someone charges them out,
It's kind of hard to hear him with all the noise. He's holding a mini microphone that did not work. He's saying, I don't think you should be ejected for charging the mound.
Okay.
Let them fight one-on-one like the NHL, like you see it in hockey. If the pitcher does not want to fight, like maybe it truly did slip away and he's like, I don't want the smoke, take a knee and you cannot be touched.
Who is the pitcher that is going to take it? You're like, I'm dead. I'm getting my ass kicked here. If I take
Taking
a knee,
knee looks even worse.
That
You look
looks
way worse.
I'd rather get my ass kicked
It's
than
coming
take a
out
knee.
hot, and all you do is you go down like you're
No,
proposing or something on a knee.
No.
Nope, I pass on this confrontation.
Yeah, little far fetched. We were talking about like,
We've been talking about far-fetched
could they
stuff
implement
all
the
day.
swing off in
so-
Major League Baseball? Could they implement? Would you want to see fighting in baseball like you see in hockey?
You've never really seen a pitcher charge a batter before. I mean, Nolan Ryan might have thought about it, but when Robin Ventura came after him, he didn't need to go after him. Robin came to him. So, are we saying now that batters have, at least under Pete's rules, carte blanche to charge whoever they want, as long as they respect the rule of the knee?
But the pitchers have carte blanche. They are the ones holding the weapon.
Right.
They have carte blanche to throw at guys whenever they want to. And I know that balls get away. Of course they do. But
a batter's never let go of his bat mid-swing to throw it at the pitcher.
Yes.
Well,
Manny Machado did it too. Not the pitcher, but he slung his bat down at Josh Donaldson, which,
Goes
by
down
the
at
way,
third base.
I'm in favor of. Anytime you can throw a bat at Josh Donaldson, I think that's a good day in the big leagues. Anytime. That guy was a PRICK. And I think but you have seen there's been instances before of guys like throwing bats and stuff. There's been karate kicks. There's been all kinds of stuff between the pitcher and the hitter. So I do think I'm not a big proponent of violence in that sense, but I mean, there's baseball fights.
There's very little fighting in hockey anymore.
Yeah,
you know, it really.
And it's weird how they've kind of perfected it. Like, it's like it's like a respect thing.
Oh, and also as the question is moved, says Manny also threw that laser at Dave Roberts in the playoffs.
Almost killed him.
We can't forget about that.
Yeah.
There is a phenomenon. Sports has become such big business and so professional that all the people who are now in sports were trained that way coming up as well. And it's maybe less emotional and more clinical than it used to be.
Yeah, more business-like.
You know, people don't get in a fight necessarily, because of their profession.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they get it because of their emotions.
For sure. I mean, guys like Flan, back in the day, like Flan was like, man, I make like $35,000 a year. This guy's going to knock me out and I can't, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after your whole family. Many people would say that was better back then. You can think whatever you want, but we all still like a little dust up. Certainly, don't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's always even. I will say this:
is your reaction not every single time like, oh, here we go?
I will say the rule change that they need to implement, because that's ridiculous. It's never going to happen. No more bullpens. Bullpens stay out. Bullpens do not run onto the field. Bullpens gotta stay there.
They should
There's
fight
no
each
point
other
of
in
them
center
running
field.
down anyway.
Yeah, you guys want to meet in center field and brawl? Go ahead.
There's nothing funnier in professional sports than when there's a brawl, a bench clearing brawl in baseball, and the bullpen's running.
By definition, none of them had anything to do with anything that happened up to that point.
Other than the uniform. That's all that they have. But I do think keep the bullpens there. Yeah, Adam says that 84 brawl, one of the most played clips every year. Truly a career highlight for me was listening to some of the guys involved in it talk about how it went down. Ben moderating it at Fantasy Camp. Top 5 moment in sports media for me, listening to that, watching it on the big screen, having them take you by play. It's invaluable. It was so good. So
that was
good.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll always remember that.
Always.
All right. Well, speaking of fighting, we've got some interesting developments in the sports media landscape between Shaquille O'Neal and RG3.
Saw this, man.
And I don't want to get too far into the context about it, because basically what happened is Shaq and Angel Reese are very tight.
Yes.
He has looked after her like a daughter of his for like the majority of her life. They both went to LSU. They love each other. Angel Reese rubs people the wrong way at times. RG3, Robert Griffin III, seems to have an issue with Angel Reese. And recently, a few days ago, I did dig this up. RG3 did not post and himself the racist comment, but he did somebody else, a troll online, made a very racist graphic and comment towards Angel Reese. That was then deleted or removed by the website, but RG3 had a screenshot of it. Posted the screenshot, which the screenshots live forever.
Correct.
and was like, hey, guys, I know we all have our differences. Nobody should do this. Don't ever say this. You shouldn't.
So he amplified it.
Amplified it by kind of taking the high road of like, we shouldn't be doing this, guys. But by amplifying it, somebody was like, bro, like 40 people saw it.
And now
that you've screenshotted and posted it, 1 million people have seen it. And now it's a thing. Shaq's fed up with RG3. Now, before I play this clip,
I don't want Shaq on my bad side.
No, I don't think you do.
I don't want to be on his bad side.
No.
RG3 works for ESPN. Shaquille O'Neal, about to be an ESPN employee the upcoming NBA season inside the NBA moving to ESPN. So that could be interesting. Here's what Shaq had to say about RG3 and Angel Reese in this whole situation.
Speaking of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese and punch in your face.
Oh, wow.
Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you.
Okay.
It's not real hate. If you look around what's going on in this real country, that's hate. This is sports. I'm not supposed to like you. It's a shame that all the stuff you did in your life, you're going to be remembered for your podcast. You're going to be remembered for your podcast. That should tell you you're not that great. I don't want to be remembered for Shaq's Bit podcast. I do not. Like, leave those curves alone. You already spoke on it. Let it go. So what? He hates us. So what? I hate you now.
God.
For messing with her. Now what? Say something about me. But she's not going to respond because I'm the one calling and be like, baby, keep it classy. Because she's not soft by any means. You're from the streets. But I'm like, you're beautiful. Don't indulge with these fools because he's a fool.
Scared to death.
Challenge is out.
Is he's at ESPN too? RG3?
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Yeah, somebody said I thought he was no longer. I thought
they kind of phased him out. I don't know if he's still
he just kind of
technically
slowly
an employee.
disappeared. I'm not sure.
They phased him out. He started doing, instead of the studio shows, he would check in from the home office like once a week. He's been phased out a little bit, but
oh man.
Yeah, if you see any
from RG3, I'm like, all right.
Like that's not who you want coming
yeah.
after you. All right, and then finally we can wrap it up here with a little Hollywood news. 2025 Emmy nominations were out yesterday, and my first thing that I noticed when I was going through some of the nominations was, my God, I have at least seen or heard of every single TV show nominated for the Emmys. Whereas the Oscars,
1 out of 8.
So it'll be like 6 for Best Picture. And I'm like, I think I've heard of one of those.
Moonlight Sunshine. Right? What? What is that?
The biggest takeaways, there was a few takeaways. I think the first one that everybody noticed is what happened to the Righteous Gemstones. They didn't get any nominations, like at all.
Danny McBride, it must be black.
Were they eligible, or did they go too long between the seasons?
No, they were
and they'll be eligible next year.
I think they were eligible.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because Walton Goggins got nominated for his role. The other one that always gets me, dude, is the Bear being nominated as a comedy. I don't know that I've ever laughed once watching The Bear. It more go the other way.
It's technically, it's a dark comedy. I think they call it, is like what it's
the darkest. Have you ever laughed at The Bear?
I mean, maybe a chuckle.
A chuckle.
Cousin makes me laugh.
Cousin makes me laugh. But I mean, and Oliver Platt, who's great.
Yeah.
Unc makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But man, it is like the dark show.
I think the takeaway here is there's just too much TV to watch. There's too much good TV to watch.
There's too much good TV, but I'm out. I'm out of
Are you
shows.
out?
I'm out.
How could you be out?
Because I am very discerning when
Wow.
it comes to it. I don't watch everything, like you guys. But
it's
hard for me to find shows I like.
One of my favorite shows of the year, The Studio on Apple
Brilliant.
TV Plus. Seth Rogen,
A brilliant
Ike
show.
Barinholtz, Captain
It's
Hera.
so funny.
It's really, really good. I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't actually have very high hopes for it. It was fantastic. And they pretty much, every actor, supporting actor, actress, they all got nominated.
Yeah.
The Bear did really well. Hacks did well. White Lotus, The Pits. There's a lot of good shows out there right now.
There's a lot. I've seen most of them. The Pit, it just looks like ER Junior. So I don't know that I'm going to.
It's really
with
good.
Noah Wiley too, right? From ER.
Yeah. You got give it a chance though. It's
right.
really
All
good.
Well, I got 16 hours to kill, so maybe now's the time.
Dude, have the most fun.
Thank you. I love you guys so
Safe
much.
flight.
So
Have
much.
a great time. Hopefully, we'll hear from you on Friday.
You will.
Woods will be back though in studio on Tuesday. Matty Janella is going to sit in with us tomorrow. Lots of Padres talk, maybe a little golf talk, and more. Should be a good show though. Happy 50th birthday
Thanks,
to Stephen
boys.
Woods.
Love
For
you so
Polly
much.
Reindl, Woodsy, I'm Ben. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. From all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.